Welcome to Call of Cthulhu. It started now.
Nice try, bud.
Haha, got him.
The
Oh,
game's
wait.
actually
press the button.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do in this one is I'm gonna have like you guys are gonna walk across a frozen lake. And then like a giant lizard sort of serpent
Holy
thing.
shit!
It's gonna
I'm so
jump
sorry.
out, and it's just gonna take Ronik's character. I know he's not here, but it's gonna take his character and eat it.
And lick it.
Daily Remingler.
your cake and
I rolled 4 nat 1s that session.
I agree, my man.
You guys were not doing
I
well,
think I
and I
got
was
the
doing
same.
really well.
The lizard rolled it. The lizard saved 3 times on DC 18 saves and stat that had minuses in.
I swear, like, I tested my fucking dice. I swear to God, I put it in, like, fucking, I dumped a salt shaker into a little cup of water, and I was like, is it fucking, it's fine.
How much charisma did that thing have?
It had -1 charisma.
Ugh. Was it its lowest stat, I assume?
It was, yeah, it had an int of 6. Its dex was like fucking like 20-something. You guys really should have tried to attack it more. You would have killed it. Anyways, it doesn't matter. That's not what we're here for. What we're here for is Call of Cthulhu. Where we left off, you guys had just come back from an excursion to the Dreamlands, in which a man was eaten by rats and another man was brutally decapitated, but both of those men are alive. Dick Paradigm got rid of his fears, as did Shanks O'Flannery, and everybody had a wild and wacky time on a preposterously climactic train ride.
Celebrating at your birthday bash.
Exactly.
Cake and ice cream are on its way.
The partially insane Jimmy fell on his face with a natural 100, and did not murder anybody.
Hooray!
Sounds
However,
awful.
however, Felix now loves the rats, and he believes that they make all of the rules. And
Let's see what time.
One
Is
day
that a
Felix
reference
wants to be the giant rat.
it's his dream. And Shanks O'Flannery has a broken ribs and concussion again. And he's also not here. There he is.
Hey.
There's.
Oh, he woke up.
He woke up for a second to think about his
I've been
broken.
here for like 20 minutes. I'm eating pasta.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
He's having feats of pasta.
He's having a feast.
Yeah.
Hey, you're close to Italy. You're now pulling into Switzerland. That's what's happening.
Hell yeah.
We're going to Switzerland.
I'm gonna send out a telegram to my wife calling her a bitch.
Also,
Find a man.
Also, this happens.
But what happens, Nick?
Y'all die?
Oh, this isn't something for all of you.
Oh, it's only for me.
It's only for him.
Okay, Master, you gotta tell us what it is.
You gotta share it.
He said that all you have to do is get off the train now, and you go to the library. You go to the library and you ask the guy for
How to progress the plot, right?
So you ask the guy for a copy of the latest Goosebumps. You
What?
will instantly get all the pieces of the simulacrum.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we never tried that, so we don't know it doesn't work.
I suppose you're right.
I mean, it's like the secret code, you know?
Hell yeah.
If you punch Jimmy in the back of the head hard enough, his back will open up and there will be a keyboard, and if you enter the secret cheat code, then, you know, you get the secret cheat.
So that
yeah, so it'd be
happens.
like the joke ending to Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am done with the thing that happens.
Kill Jimmy and there's a dog inside of him piloting him.
Hang on, did I send that to the right person?
And also
Yes,
a
I
bunch
did.
of papers inside his head that said the entire plot.
I did send it to the right person.
Forgot what I was going to do.
Okay. So, how do I describe you coming into Switzerland? Where's my nice text block?
Switzerland.
Switzerland?
Switzerland?
Land of the Watches.
Switzerland.
It doesn't say anything. As you guys wake up after, and well, you guys already woke up last session. You guys are sort of like waiting on the train to pull into Switzerland. And as it pulls through, there is there's like a very, very light snowfall, and it looks kind of gray outside. But overall, it's okay outside. And you realize you've woken up very, very early as the Orient Express pulls into the station at Lausanne in Switzerland at 6:45 a.m.
Go.
Go.
What? Yeah, just
Are you okay? Is he okay? Is Jimmy okay? I shake him.
it's okay. It's okay.
Love it.
It's okay, Jimmy. Just think about that a bit. Anyways, so
Plan has more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
you guys,
Fuck him.
it's all gonna be rat and mice puns from here on out.
Buggy.
Lads, we've entered a new epoch.
This is no cats
It's a new
here.
Erat.
Ooh, oh, this was a
There's
mistake.
No cats here.
This was a mistake on my. I should have just I should have re-rolled and given him violent.
Oh shit, cat police.
You should have re-rolled my failure with a 1 to make me shoot him.
Yeah,
That'd
you're
be- that'd be
right.
good.
I should have been like, fuck it, just kill him.
Kills him
All right,
instantly.
let's go to the man. You know.
Okay, so you guys depart the train?
Yes.
Alright. You depart the train with your things, because the train isn't just gonna sit here. And the train departs shortly after you get off in a whirl of smoke and steam. An open cafe beckons nearby. I don't know why it says that, but there's an open cafe if you want to have croissants and coffee and milk or something.
Ooh,
But
want a
here's the
croissant.
question: would anything ever taste the same after drinking ground-up pearls in the and moon wine?
It's gonna be tough to match up to it. Like it was some quality drink, but even now the taste of it is starting to fade from your memory. You will only ever remember it as a longing for that ground up pearl drink.
Did I ever get water on the train?
I'm shooting pearls.
I don't know.
God damn it, I don't remember.
Um,
Such a small detail.
Pepsi, okay.
The open cafe has newspapers and all sorts of great shit in it.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
gonna look at one.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Fuck you.
I actually don't think there's anything in the newspaper at the moment, though.
Wow.
Damn it.
This newspaper beckoned me, and there's nothing in it. I feel
I
lied to.
I'm just
Okay,
reading.
guys.
Hey, I'm just reading.
Newspapers
It
are so
says your mom
important.
gay.
I'm just reading what the PDF tells me. I don't know what you want from me.
Newspapers are
But that
so
means
fucking
the in
important.
French, so.
You you can see the rising sun struggles to pierce the dense blanket of mist shrouding everything. The atmosphere is daunting, alienating. That's not important. I'm gonna skip that. You guys will probably be here for a couple of days though, so you'll probably want to find somewhere to stay.
Well,
You do have the Traveler's Companion that you got on the train the first time you got on. I don't know if you guys still have the PDF, but
Hell yeah.
it's in here somewhere.
I'm pretty sure Lausanne is listed. Yeah, it's listed.
Aha! It's been found.
How many mimes are
How
good?
did I save it?
Oh, here it is. Lausanne.
Lausanne.
Swiss police will check the passports.
Yeah, they look at it, they're like, ah, it looks fine, and then they give it back. That happens.
Thanks, guys. I feel safe. Oh, the map is a funny way.
Where's the map? There it is.
I gotta turn my head.
Oh, it's on its side, isn't it? That's odd. Not sure why they did that.
Because they're fun.
But you could go to the Beau Rivage Palace, which is fancy, expensive. The Grand Hotel Lausanne Palace Beau site, which is really nice. You could go to the Hotel Cecil, which is okay, and the Hotel Beau Séjour, which is crap.
We're going to the modestly priced one.
Let's go to the cheapest one.
No, we're
No.
not, Jimmy.
I don't want to get bed bugs.
I'll go to the cheapest one then.
Alright,
course.
Jimmy walks away from you guys to go to the Hotel Beau Séjour.
Like,
As the rest
that
of you-
fucking last place. Wait, no, never mind. I was thinking. I remember giving somebody, so like some hotel person, $6.
Yeah, a whole
But
bunch of...
we weren't living there, or
Bunch
we
of
weren't like,
cash.
staying there at all.
So you guys go to the Hotel Cecil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you enter, the man up at the front says, "Hello there, how can I help you?" And you're like, "Oh shit, he speaks English."
Hey,
As
You don't
most
speak-
of the people who live in Lausanne are transplants.
you don't speak French?
Well, I do speak French, actually.
Well, but you know English.
We don't, so.
Oh, well, I'll make sure not to use French then. Is there something I
Thanks,
can
we
do?
Appreciate that.
Would you like a room?
Yes.
There's quite a lot of you. How many rooms do you need?
Well, usually we have 2 to a bed.
You want to share beds? Are you certain? I think I could get you a great deal on a room for every person.
I feel safer with having Dick next to me.
Safer? Please, Lausanne is one of the safest... My friend. My friend, this is Switzerland. This is the safest country in the history of the world.
We got to save money somehow, man.
Literally nothing bad could possibly happen here in Switzerland.
Oh,
In the Swissery of the world.
I mean, if you...
I hate that man.
I think he's just trying to get money out of us.
He's trying to devil our cost. 3 rooms.
He's trying to swizzle us.
3 rooms, no more, no less.
Very well, but don't say I didn't warn you. The beds aren't very large, so you will be a bit cramped.
That's fine. It's cuddle or nothing.
Oh, well, you know, I try not to judge. That will be... It's the equivalent of £50 a night.
To pay for it.
7 pesos.
You're the man for money.
So that's,
Yeah, I give him.
That's fucking nothing.
yeah, it's really cheap. The other one is like Like, dirt
even
fucking
shitty
cheap.
hotels now are really expensive. Or, well, still pretty expensive.
It's Switzerland. Everything's nice, including the price.
Hey,
Hey.
you're nice.
Thanks.
That's
Oh,
a
he
lie.
was blushing a little bit.
Oh,
he like kind of puts his hands over his heart. Okay, so that's how much for 3 rooms then? It's $1.50, pretty
Give
much.
him $1.50.
He takes it and he's
Damn.
like, very well. Here are your 3 keys. Ting ting ting.
Hell yeah.
grab.
Will you be staying for several nights?
Yes.
Why, yes.
Would you like to pay up front?
Yes.
Well then, do that.
I do that.
How many nights?
How many did you say?
What?
Not you.
The Orient.
Oh, I
Not
don't know. I
you.
think
God.
you got about a week.
A week.
A week? A week of fun in Switzerland.
Let's go skiing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait, let me
Let's do
double check.
Absolutely nothing
Hold on.
dangerous. With no catacombs.
Hey,
gonna-
they said there's nothing dangerous here. You don't think he would lie, would you?
Let's go
Yeah.
ski shooting. Let's do it.
Wait, hang on a minute.
Most people in Switzerland go their entire
Oh, wait, no,
lives
that's
without
a-
being killed or attacked by ghouls. I'm sure we'll be fine with just a week.
That's
Right?
true. But we're not Swedish.
Yeah, we're not Swiss either, so.
But we're also American.
We're
Oh, yeah.
Americans. That
Oh,
means
you
we're
know what?
responsible.
Let's go find Melon Pan's grandpa. Wait, great-grandpa.
Oh no, wait. It's tomorrow.
Oh.
What?
What?
We paid for a week!
No, never mind. You pay for 1 day.
Holy shit.
What the hell? We gotta
Day
go
in
to that.
Switzerland?
It
Jesus.
doesn't stop. It doesn't stop very long in Switzerland. I mean, you guys can wait and take another train.
But then
Basically,
we'd not be with the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's true.
We wouldn't have the fun lady who danced in Bronson would never get his dick wet.
I
No,
mean,
it's two.
hey,
It's 2
there
days.
could be like a super
2 days.
big.
Okay, that's reasonable.
It could be a super
Sorry.
big coincidence
I can't-
where everybody stayed in Switzerland that
I'm-
was on our train.
I'm having a really bad time with reading tonight.
Hey, it's okay. I don't know how to read either.
It's true, it's hard.
My
um,
eyes fell out.
Okay. So you pay. That's $3. So there you go.
Cash. Money.
And you are left in Lausanne to do as you will.
Alright, I'm gonna check and see if there's actual newspaper with thing on it.
Let me scroll through this entire thing and see if there's anything that happens.
Is there like anything I can do about this major wound?
You can go seek medical help at a doctor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a doctor.
Okay.
If anyone wants to accompany me so I don't get
I'll
Right.
come.
sex on the. No!
I'm coming.
Okay, but we're in Switzerland though.
I already.
This is
handcuffed
Switzerland
your
where
hand to my
nothing
hand.
bad can possibly
We're
happen.
going.
Literally just said
I'm gonna,
nothing bad.
I'm gonna fucking hack your hand off with my buddy. Take it off.
Come on.
Take
I'm
it
gonna,
off, baby,
I'm gonna
bend
take it
over,
off
let me
and
see it.
chain you to a bed, faggot.
What the fuck is going on?
The hell?
Why is he getting so aggressive?
I'm gonna take a big ol' swing at Jimmy the criminal.
Oh, by the
No!
way, because you guys would have had to take your luggage off the train, who currently is in possession of the lover's heart and the arm?
Alright, we gotta split these up, so who wants to
I'll
depack
take
me
the
all-
lover's heart.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to take the arm?
Ew.
I
Okay.
can't. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
What arm is this?
I mean, you don't have to like hold it. You just need to like keep it in your possessions. Is all.
Yeah.
Gotta put it in your back pocket.
Like put it in your like fucking suitcase or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Is
a good
the monkey
good
arm?
sized. It's a good size. Like it's life sized, the arm. So.
Oh yeah. Statue arm. Just keep it in there, nice and padded, under the clothes.
I feel
Okay.
like in my past life you also carried an arm of something.
Something in my soul draws me to that arm.
I have a desire to put it in formaldehyde. Hey, are you still carting around the monkey arm, Bronson?
Of course I am.
Bronson's got the monkey arm secreted in his back, in his fucking possession somewhere.
This is mine. I have an objective. and
Hey,
that's
just
to
in case you ever need to use that monkey arm, you've got it on hand.
keep- What is that supposed to mean?
Well, maybe
Well, we
you'll,
might need to kill somebody.
maybe like you'll, I don't know.
Well,
You'll
brought
feel like
out
you'll feel like
everything
mixing
else.
things up in the bedroom.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's
you'll
the
be
ul-
able to-
it's
Stop
the
this.
it's the ultimate stranger.
I'm going to bed. Go.
If you
No,
lose an
HK!
arm- If you lose an arm, you could surgically
Big monkey
attach
pistol.
the monkey
Oh
arm.
Christ!
Now think about this. Surgically attach the monkey arm if someone loses an arm, and then we'll get a liquid snake whole long bone possessing the person.
Oh my god.
Well, it wouldn't be Longboat, it would be the monkey.
Well, the monkey, yeah, but I wanted like his soul. His
No, Longbone's in it.
he would have
why-
imprinted upon the arm.
When I left the fucking voice channel and came back, you all were
Dead.
very loud.
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
Yeah, that's happened to me before as well.
Did you have
I don't-
Spotify open previously?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what it was then.
Someday we'll learn.
I'm gonna have to like click on everyone's user volume to make sure it resets to the proper value.
Alright,
Yeah.
so the lover's heart is with Shanks, and the arm is with Uriah. Okay, now you guys can do whatever you want for the day. There's nothing in the newspaper.
We scream.
Nothing in the news today.
Not at the moment, anyways.
Doctor.
Go to the doctor with him.
Swiss doctors are good.
You're doing what? Oh, right, going to the doctor. So, who's accompanying him?
Uriah.
Okay.
Right, protect him.
So, Uriah and Shanks track down the local doctor of Lausanne, which doesn't have a name, but there's a doctor, and it just says doctor on the front. There's a picture of the little staff of Asclepius or whatever the fuck it is, and you head on in there, and it's a pretty small, small little joint, and the doctor himself is receiving you, and he turns and he says, "Well, how can I help you?"
What the fuck?
I need some medical attention.
Medical attention? Well, you don't look so good. I'll tell you that. Look a little spacey in the eyes, and you're holding your rib like you've been hit by a mule. What?
I got flung through a wall.
You got thrown through a wall. I know that. All right. Well, come on over here. Pop into this room here and have a seat. We'll take a look at you.
I cautiously sit down.
Just don't sex my fucking mouth.
You can see on a table off to the side. You can see a number of surgical implements, including a scalpel.
He's gonna sex them up, boys.
He steps on in and he says, "Remember me?" No. He steps on in. When I started giving this guy a southern accent, I totally forgot that the doctor who killed him was southern. It didn't even cross my mind. He's gonna take a look at you. How much health do you have? What's your HP at?
I'm at 5 of 12.
Okay.
Oh.
And he's like, "God damn, you look horrible. You
I
got
feel horrible.
about 3 broken ribs, looks like," and taps you on the head a little bit. How's that feel? Here, follow my finger.
I don't follow it very well.
Oh, that doesn't look so good. Yeah, you probably got a little bit of a...
Oh no, he's retarded.
He takes a look at your head. Oh, you got a little bit of swelling up here. God damn. Who threw you through a wall? A bear?
Something like that.
Alright, well... I mean... You wanna get... I can patch this up a little bit, but you wanna get totally better. It's gonna be probably about a week. Week of rest anyway.
Well, that's what I got.
Alright, let me see if I can try to set some of these ribs and do something about this swelling. Is your buddy gonna stand there the whole time looking at me?
I'm his legal guardian.
He looks between you two for a second and he says, "Was this your son or something?"
No.
Ah, fuck it. I don't care. And, are you guys doing anything as Shanks is receiving medical attention?
Let me look at my little travel guide over here. Museum.
You go to the museum?
Sounds pretty good. Who agrees?
Where are we going?
The museum.
Okay. Sorry, I took my headset off.
Do you want to know why?
Yeah, I can assume, but go
Alright.
ahead and tell me just in case.
Alright, it looked really interesting.
I want to kill you.
I'll
This is
come
of
with
interest.
you, since Shanks denied me.
What? No, I'm not leaving Bronson alone. I'm going with him.
Hell yeah.
What?
What?
Hold on, let me roll for the doctor.
Old man saying, "What did you say?"
Okay. Shanks, you get sort of like bandages wrapped around your waist to sort of set things, and you get a little bandage wrapped around your head, and you get a couple of pills, and you feel a little better. You get let me roll. Let me just roll a quick little. Okay. You get 3 health back. You still have a major wound. You're not going to be getting health back, but you get some health. If you take it real easy for about a week, the major wound will probably heal. So you guys are going to the museum. Dick and Bronson.
Wait, there's 2 of them.
And me.
The one that also has a library, the first one.
The Cantonal Museum and Library?
Hell yeah.
Okay, the Musée Cantonal. In order, as you enter, the man at the front says, you'll need to pay 60 centimes to come in.
What?
Admission fee.
Goodness. Well,
How much is that?
I have no fucking idea.
I give him
I'm
the money.
gonna assume it's dirt cheap. Like,
Money is really not an object.
Monetary unit of Switzerland. Jesus Christ.
Ask him how much a Coke is in that.
I still have cash ever since
That's
we did
what I
that one
asked him.
successful job.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna fucking do it.
That
I'm
one
gonna fucking
successful
do it,
job was
Shaggy.
at the beginning of the campaign.
Oh my god.
There's a storm of brewing.
It's
Yes.
45 pounds.
What the
Oh, that's
You
not the truth.
sinister man.
That's not the truth.
I swear to God, I just did a currency thing.
No.
Huh.
It's 45 pounds to enter the museum.
This is dollars. What am I looking at here? Where's the UK?
That was the website I was just on. Swiss francs.
No.
How about we only send 2 people?
How about we go to a cheaper?
Why don't we go to the man who sent us this letter?
As you guys are walking back, a heavily bandaged Shanks bumps into you with Uriah.
Oh.
Ow.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got swelling.
Aww.
Shanks looks like a mummy.
He's funny.
Start poking him. He's upset.
Touch me.
I don't touch like that.
I jokingly punch him in the ribs.
Oh my god.
Chokingly stab Jimmy.
This is funny to me.
Shanks, you take 10 points of damage.
I clap and I laugh.
He like jokingly punches you, it punctures a lung.
We're both just having a laugh.
I nudge Bronson and say, I'm sure I'm glad that this time, we sent someone to the doctor's office and they came back okay.
Uh,
What? Whoa. 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 What do you mean by that?
I've never heard
Don't
of
worry
where.
about it.
I'm worrying about it.
No, don't worry about it. Let's go to the other
worrying about
museum.
it.
Let's go to
God,
the
that is
other
weird to think
museum.
about it, that me and Bronson are the only 2 people left alive who witnessed that.
Who witnessed the sex zombieing. So you guys are going to the place?
Wait,
The,
what place?
fucking Wellington. We gotta go meet him.
We're gonna go to Wellington?
We're not going to Wellington, that's not a place, we're going to meet him.
We're
gonna meet
cooking
him?
beef Wellington.
Yeah, we're cooking it, we're going to. God damn it.
Oh, it's that thing you posted in Discord.
Yes,
Of the...
Yeah.
things are what to do in Swiss.png, that's what I named it.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going back to the hotel.
Good night.
Alright.
Shanks wanders back.
See you guys in a week.
I hear Wellington.
We've
that's-
never met him, Bronson.
What are you talking about? I gave you the letter.
You got the letter about him. You didn't meet him.
Oh, I know.
Just because you talk to someone online doesn't mean, or through text doesn't mean that you know him, Bronson. Don't you know how that works?
That's exactly how it works.
You gotta meet him before you start sending pictures of your dick.
He says to whom it
Look,
may
why would
concern.
anyone
I-
want pictures
I
of Dick
am
Paradigm?
His wife might want them so that his ex-wife might want them so she can put them on the center of a dartboard.
Damn.
Dag, yo.
It's just to whom it may concern. I am the concern.
Bronson, you are Yeah, alright, you already said it.
Yeah, let's go meet Wellington.
Alright.
Okay, so you are going to go to 50 Rue Saint Etienne. The address on the note. Or letter. You find 50 Rue Saint Etienne on a cobblestone street, a quiet corner in a placid town. A weathered sign marks the building. Wellington Phil's Taxidermy, 50 Rue Saint Etienne.
God damn it.
The shop window is dark and lacking a display. Heavy crimson curtains prevent any view of the interior, and similar curtains cover the window and the door. A small sign in several languages declares that the shop is open, but as you try the doorknob, it is locked.
I knock.
There doesn't appear to be a response.
Okay, I look around for a young boy who can help us.
A young nubile slave boy.
And then about a minute after you've knocked, suddenly you hear, like, stumbling inside.
Here he comes.
And, the door opens up, and you see Edgar Wellington. Here is what he looks like.
Hello.
I'm ready.
He looks like a man.
I mean, he's our friend. We know him.
Yeah, you're best friends. You're real tight.
Look at this. Look at him. Just like yesterday. He hasn't aged a day.
Fucking Dracula.
Motherfucker.
And he opens the door and he says, "Hello? Can I help you?"
Hey, you got the letter. Come on, Nick.
What?
You got the letter.
Oh my fucking god. Yes, yeah, hey, we got your letter about the... I look around. The thing? My eyes go wide.
The thing.
What?
This... The simulacrum.
Why don't you come inside?
Yeah.
And he steps inside, and he ushers you guys inside and closes the door. Oh, there's a description of him. Edgar is only 35, but appears to be in his 50s. Little hair remains on his head, and dark circles ring his eyes, giving him a haunted look. He is a chain smoker, never seen without a Gitans cigarette in his mouth. There is something about his movements that speaks of bullying, but the man is perfectly polite. As you enter, it's uncomfortably hot inside, and you can see a huge blazing fire in the fireplace. He doesn't have a cigarette there, I know. I'm just reading it. Animals of every description pose in surreal, conflicting tableaus. Large vases overflow with dried lavender and other aromatic flowers, but beneath these rich, heady scents are more disturbing odors of decaying flesh, damp fur, and formaldehyde.
Fancy.
Cool.
He says, Come upstairs. It's a little bit unsettling in here, honestly. Let's go to the dining room."
We walk to the dining room.
And he walks upstairs, sort of hurriedly, smoking his cigarette, and sort of just like he looks like kind of uncomfortable that you guys walked up and started talking about the simulacrum, but he's going along with it for the moment, it seems. And he takes you up the stairs. Around the corner, you can see two doors, both of which appear to lead to bedrooms, and then a door into a sort of kitchen dining room combo room. He steps inside and says, "Does anybody want any tea or anything, or shall we just talk?"
I like drinking.
No, thank you.
Well,
I like tea.
Yeah,
I-
tea. Thanks.
You know, doing the thing that.
Felix, as you were walking through
Yeah.
that taxidermy place, you saw 2 beautiful taxidermied rats.
Oh boy.
Just
I'm
want to
gonna
point
buy
that out. So he starts making a little bit of tea.
Bronson, look over there at that stuffed animal.
And then he finishes
no.
making the tea. And he hands you the tea. And he sits down and he says, "Alright. The Sedefkar Simulacrum, then, is what you're here about. Correct?
I take a sip, yeah?
Oh, I want to take a sip too.
Alright. Well, first of all, and then the door suddenly opens.
What?
And in walks another man. Walking very stiffly, almost like an automaton. You can see he's wearing regular, like, just lounging around the house clothes, but he wears like a large hat on his head, and it almost seems like off kilter, like something's wrong with the shape of his head.
Skull fuck sex zombie.
As he enters, he turns to face you guys, but he doesn't turn his head. He moves his entire body
I don't like that.
to turn and look at you. And you can see his eyes are wide open, and he is just staring without blinking.
What?
What the fuck is that?
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
No.
Edgar looks over his shoulder and says, "Goodness, William, I have guests."
Oh.
And
Oh, we have one of those too. We call him Jimmy.
and William
Hey, fuck off.
William sort
Don't
of
let me do anything, so.
William sort of nods, like very in a weird way that sort of just means that he just sort of bows his upper body a little bit. And then he starts to slowly sit down on one of the seats and just sits there. And Edgar says, "Alright, William wants to sit here now, I guess. Apologies, he had some rather severe injuries during the war, and it's left him mute and a little bit brain dead."
I'm so sorry.
Psychology.
Go for it.
What's the fuck number? That's the wrong number. I'm pretty sure that's a failure.
41. we rolled an 1100. What the fuck?
Pretty impressive, huh?
No, that's bad. So is that a failure?
Yeah.
I mean, he seems forthright.
Probably 3 right at most.
Yeah. And you can see William is just staring straight ahead at this moment Dick, who is the one who spoke,
Oh god.
and he's just staring at you. Edgar says, "Right. So about the Sedefkar Simulacrum, where did you hear that word?"
Guy. Didn't you send us this letter?
What? You show him the letter?
Yeah.
I sent this to the Lorien family.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So let me back up a bit. All right. We went there to help them out with something, and then they gave us that letter because they were like, "Hey, you might need this," and we're like, "Hell yeah!"
Oh, well, I had believed that they their property may have held some secrets as to the nature of the Sedefkar simulacrum based on this this scroll that I have in my possession. I think apparently it is called the Sedefkar, one of the Sedefkar Scrolls, which is a fairly obvious title, I suppose. Why are you all just sitting there silently?
I'm just thinking.
I mean, we're
I'm
just-
sorry.
We came to you for information.
I'm sorry,
Can I
it's
touch
just
your rat?
you sort of walked it. What?
Can I touch your rats?
I suppose.
So what do you know about the simulacrum then?
Well, I don't know a lot. I acquired the scroll itself during the war. I traded it from a Frenchman in exchange for rations and cigarettes. I can't remember his name. Raoul something. I'm not sure it matters. Said it had been in his family for some time. The scroll is this confusing mixture of Turkish and Arabic. I haven't been able to translate much of it. I've been trying, but what I've been able to discern from it is that it refers to an artifact known as the Sedefkar Simulacrum, a human-sized statue either made in or found in the rubble of Byzantium. Of the simulacrum, its last owner, based on what I understand, is a French nobleman, a Comte Fenelique, who lost it after arrest and imprisonment just prior to the French Revolution. All trace of it has apparently since vanished. My research has hit a dead end, however, I'm afraid. But I am looking to offload this scroll because I don't believe that there's anything more that I can do for it.
Yeah, and we're looking to take that.
I'm willing to sell it
How much?
for the price of £250 sterling,
It's pretty cheap.
which averages out to about 1,250 American dollars.
Let me check. All right, let me
It's
check.
cheap.
All right, let me check my purse.
That's, I mean, for us, we did get $1 million.
You did not.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
literally $1 million.
one of them we got $666.66.
I mean, we literally have the cash for it, but can we do something? Maybe lower down the price?
Well, I suppose, and then you hear the front doorbell ring. And he says, hold on a moment. I'll just be a moment. And he stands up and he hurries downstairs,
I slip my key.
leaving William to still be staring at Dick.
I wave at him and I say, "I am sorry for you. You scared me. All right."
I ask him
Without
how-
taking his unblinking eyes off of you, he reaches to the side very slowly and grabs a pad of paper.
Oh, okay.
He pulls it over, and he picks up a pen with the other hand, still staring at you. He has not looked down once, and he very slowly begins to write. You can feel his stare almost boring into your soul as he writes these letters.
I hope he's writing something nice.
And then he
Oh, dear.
slowly turns the pad to face you, and you read, "Welcome to Lausanne."
Oh, he's a nice guy.
Oh,
He's a nice
thanks.
person. Man.
And then he slowly writes below it, a fine day today.
Yeah,
I-
it's alright.
You know, I don't know if you heard me,
told you.
but I said like twice
told
or
you.
3 times that I followed them, and I don't know if you know that.
I told you.
Oh,
We're
you
talking
you
about his
followed
day.
them out of the room?
I fucking followed Nick and Bronson over here because Shakes doesn't like me.
Oh.
No, I figured you were there.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. He very slowly writes on the piece of paper, his gaze turning to meet Jimmy's.
Oh no.
Those dead, motionless eyes. Still turning his entire upper body to look in every direction. His eyes nor his neck appear to move. And he slowly raises the pad again and it says, "Thank you for your service, officer."
I don't know what to say.
One of his very, very slowly, he reaches up his hand and he closes one of his eyelids in a wink, and then it opens back up again.
Oh. I wonder if he puts like eye drops in his eyes constantly.
They look really dry, it doesn't look comfortable.
They're just yellow, brownish, wrinkled.
A short while later, Edgar suddenly returns with a large Frenchman.
Big.
Do we know this?
Who looks
man?
like, well, no, but he looks like this. I'm about to post it.
I'm ready.
Get ready. Get
Oh
ready.
god.
It's kind of a funny looking picture because he's staring off into the middle distance for some reason, but he is not looking at the photographer.
They're holding up like a squeaky toy above the camera so they can get him to focus.
There he is.
Hey, look at this guy.
A large and fairly rotund gentleman. And Edgar says, "Allow me to introduce my old friend, the Duke des Esseintes."
Is there a picture of William?
There is not a picture of William. He looks as creepy as you want him to.
He looks like a nice guy.
The Duke is a dapper, rotund, middle-aged Frenchman. His hair is dark and well-groomed, his mustache is tastefully waxed, his eyes are a watery blue, his spats are impeccable.
Holy hell.
He says, "The Duke is an amateur occultist like myself, and he is also, I'm afraid, interested in the purchase of the scroll." And the Duke says, "Well, you know, it is of some interest of mine, but I would like to see this scroll before we make bids. I understand you are bidding against me."
Oh my god.
Yes, we
gotta
are.
I'm gonna be fucking broke.
Let him have it. We'll beat him up in the alley later.
Exactly.
Edgar says, I would love to oblige you, but it rests in a bank vault at present.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a heist.
I suppose that all of you, including the good Duke, could come along to a meeting of the 7:30 Club tonight, where we can have a deal and make a deal and have a pleasant evening. I think
Ooh, is it gonna be good?
it's an informal discussion group. We meet on occasion at a local cafe.
Ooh.
Alright. There are only 3 of us, of course, but we have a pleasant time bringing in outsiders to enliven the conversation.
We throw pretty crazy parties.
And he sort of like looks at his watch and he's like, "God damn, I apologize for rushing you out so quickly, but I have many things to do today, including fetching the scroll. Duke, would you mind giving these fine gentlemen a tour of the city?" And the Duke says, "But of course."
Yes.
Hey, Edgar.
Yes?
I'll give you $10 each for both of these rat mounts.
$20.
Ooh,
Done.
Sold.
I don't understand.
You are now in possession of 2 immaculately taxidermied rats.
Well, they're not
Hell
actually.
yeah.
What are they actually now?
Rats.
They're
Why?
taxidermied rats.
Why do they have taxidermied rats? I was hoping they'd be like a fucking like, I don't know.
No,
like a
it's
fucking
they're rats.
Coaster or something.
I know.
Why?
Here, when
Felix
you,
is
No,
standing
I
there.
wasn't. I was
Felix is
getting
standing there, double fisting taxidermied rats.
I have $0 cash on hand now.
Holy shit.
I like
No
it.
money and dual wielding taxidermied rats.
Alright.
I hope one of
That's
the enemies we face is just a big rat.
And then he's just going to fall at its feet and worship it.
Now that
Uh-huh.
would be funny.
Are we ever gonna try to fix this, or like, does it fix itself? Or...
No, it does not fix itself. I speak from experience.
You have to go to
That's
the
funny.
asylum to fix this.
I was
That's
in there for
amazing.
like a month, and
The Duke says, "Would you like to accompany me? I can show you the sights. I have spent some time in Lausanne. This is, of course, not my home, but it is a pleasant city nonetheless."
I think that'd be nice. What do you think, Bronson?
Well, we did try to go to the museum.
I'm thinking their names will be Huggin and Moonin.
I feel like there's
there you go.
no.
Please follow me. I will show you all sorts of wonderful sights, and we can have a wonderful time. And he sort of walks briskly down the stairs.
Moves fast for a big fella.
He is. He's quite spry.
Look at him go.
Do you follow?
Yes. No,
Okay.
No, we watch him and we.
I don't know.
Movie.
He takes you out into the street, and he as you guys exit, he's already standing there lighting up a cigarette, and he says, "Would anybody care for a cigarette? I have some of the finest in all of Europe."
No, thank
I'll
you.
be the judge of
I'm a
that.
kid.
I take one
Take one.
and I light it up.
It's quality.
Ooh.
This good shit.
This is the good shit, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Be okay, hands.
He carefully closes the cigarette case, and you can see engraved on the front is "that good shit."
Mm.
Oh.
And he says, "Well, as you know, I am Duke Jean Flores de Esseintes. What are your names?"
Nah, I'm Dick.
Dick, pleasure to meet you. And you, young man?
Bronze.
Bronson. You look quite young. You are far from home, I imagine.
Oh boy, am I.
Are any of these men your relative?
Nope, they're in my pals.
To each their own. Man with rats, what is your name?
My name is Felix Berman.
Vermin?
And yes,
No.
no, Felix Berman, and this is Huggin, and this is Moonin. And he holds one, and he dual wields one in each hand.
He makes some kids.
What fascinating behavior. And how about you, men dressed in rags?
Uriah Seibel, glad to make your acquaintance.
A pleasure. And of course, men who I inherently respect for some reason.
I'm starting to get tired of this. I'm not a man you should think anymore.
You want to quit the service here.
He starts going fucking all old Snake. I'm not a hero.
There it was.
Just a killer. I had to do some wet work.
Yeah.
Fucking horns.
Well, I suppose I will learn your name another time. Come this way. I will show you the cathedral. And he heads up to the cathedral, and he points to it. And he says, "This is the cathedral."
Whoa.
Oh, look at that cathedral.
It is a large cathedral with a huge Gothic edifice. And he says, it was built between 1235 and 1275 and consecrated by Pope Gregory X. Bit of a student of history, I must say.
Gregory X.
Uh,
Is he like Malcolm X?
Interesting story. One of the oldest statues, and he points to it, that of Otho the grandson, was killed in a judicial duel in 1398. The hands of the statue, as you can see, are missing, and no one knows where they are.
Hand thieves.
Hand thieves. You have to watch out for them. He holds up his hands, which you can now see are covered in like these really thick gloves, and he says, I always keep mine protected.
I shove my hands in my pockets.
I put mine in my shirt and I tap Bronson on the shoulder. Bronson, they took my hands.
Both
of them?
my hands. I grip my rocks tightly.
Make a spot hidden.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. I want to look. Oh shit.
I should get my dice out as well.
I spot hidden and swept my feet. I actually passed.
I got a hard success.
I got a normal.
I got a success. The normal one.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue.
This is not XP.
Got an extreme.
The next stop is the Musée Cantonal Museum and Library. This is the Musée Cantonal. The people at the front door are thieves. They will rob you blind trying to get admission to this place.
Why?
Let me tell you, it is not worth it.
$45.
They have some silly Roman coins and things like that, but 45 English pounds to gain admittance? Pah! Ridiculous. Even a man of means such as myself is disgusted at such thing. And I am a duke!
Wow.
Come this way, I will show you a wonderful view. The air now sunny and clear, an uphill stroll of about a half a mile brings you to a marvelous belvedere overlooking all of Lake Geneva. Alpine vistas stretch in every direction. Far to the southeast, the Duke points out the highest Alps, gleaming with fresh, deep snows. Beyond those Alps, Italy! It's an okay country.
Okay.
Personally, I have always preferred my homeland of France, but
I see how it is.
Hey, we've been there.
you have spent some time in France. Where were you?
Paris.
Paris. What was your business there?
Oh, yeah.
Visiting.
Visiting, I see. And you were going to say another place?
Where else?
We also
Where
went-
was it again?
We also
I don't
went
fucking
to.
know.
No, it was a
We also
funny
went to
name.
Poissy.
Oh,
Pussy! Yeah, we were in Pussy.
Ah, you visited Poissy. An
Yeah.
interesting town, so I hear. Lots of buried secrets.
Yeah. Yeah.
After strolling for a while in the crisp air, the Duke leads you to Les Chats Noirs, a large French cafe near the Musée Arlaud, looking out over the Place de la Collège. The cafe, he says, the cafe offers good food, good local wine, and a convivial atmosphere. I sound like I am a tour guide, but that is kind of what I'm doing.
I appreciate it.
This is where we shall have our discussion about our deal. It shall be a pleasant time, I think.
They have good stuff there.
What did he tell you for the price?
what did he tell you?
I asked first.
Ooh.
Oh, you're right.
Wait,
Alright.
let's try this way.
Alright. What if I actually cannot remember it?
What happens then?
Yeah, what
Oh,
happens?
he told you. He told you about 1250 pounds.
I don't know what to do in this situation. Should I say less or more?
Let's try to see him. Yeah.
What?
Let's say
It wasn't an answer at all.
What did you say? What the fuck?
all right, let's tell him the truth.
Alright. Tell him the truth.
Oh. It was. Wait, just tell him the U.S. $12.50.
He'll know what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah, we tell him correct amount.
1250. That is quite a steep price.
Yes.
He is loath to part with this item, and yet he seems to want to sell it so badly. What does that mean, I wonder? The price he quoted me was similar.
Similar.
Well, I'm sure we will iron out whatever happens over dinner. Please, enjoy the rest of your day. I have a business appointment in about a half an hour. I will see you in about 8 o'clock this evening. And he pops open the cigarette case again and he says, cigarette for the road.
Hell yeah.
Alright, take another one. He claps
Good
it.
shit.
He claps it shut and he says, I bid you adieu and good luck. And he sort of walks briskly off.
So we're gonna follow him, right?
Do you want to?
This kind of man just goes, I got a business thing to go do.
He sort of talked funny the entire time. Why, like, out of all things he said, like, why is that the one that sticks out to you, Bronson?
Can't trust him.
I mean, we got nothing else to do.
Alright, that's a good point.
Kill an afternoon, pursue a man.
Kill him,
Hey.
man.
Listen, why did he ask us for the price? Come on. And then he didn't offer his own price? That's not cool.
You know the rules. Yeah, you know the rules.
I don't trust that man.
Wait, are you talking
Only-
to your rats, Felix? What's
Only-
going on?
Only send 2 people.
Alright,
Otherwise, there's like 8 people following this guy around.
who's the best sneakers? I have 83.
I have the best squeakers.
Ooh.
I think Bronson and Felix are the highest apart from me, right? What are
Every
they?
time Felix says something, he makes the rats nod in agreement with himself.
I like
Yeah.
this. This is a good character development right now.
I have 47 stealth.
Oh,
I have
Ron.
74.
I have
Anyone have higher?
32.
Anyone have higher than 74?
What's
I'm sorry,
Jim?
what?
They're asking stealth.
Stop.
Oh, fuck no.
Okay, well,
Alright then. Me and you?
so Bronson and Uriah want to try to pursue him?
That's right.
Make stealth?
First,
Oh,
we got a high five.
High five.
Hell yeah.
No one will think anything of it. I
okay,
mean,
now roll stealth.
Homeless people and vagabonds sneak around all the time.
I'm a volunteer. I help the homeless.
How do we sneak around and beat success?
No. I got a 1.
You're like, all right, Bronson, Bronson? Bronson?
I've already left him.
Bronson is fucking gone.
Bronson! You're supposed to help me.
Yeah, I'm actually here.
You hear Bronson whispering, but you cannot fucking see him. You keep looking around.
It's okay. I'm watching you.
This guy, he's crazy. One second.
Hold on a second. I need to eat this bowl of dry spaghetti.
What? The noodles aren't even cooked.
Makes them crunchier, dude.
Hey, no.
Put a tomato on like a pile of noodles and call it a day. I don't think that's spaghetti.
I don't know.
You don't eat your ramen with the crunchy?
That's not a 1, but it is a hard success.
Hey.
Hard success. Okay, so you're very sneaky as well. You guys keep back a distance. As the Duke walks briskly through the streets, and he's a quick guy. He's like walking. He's not like fast walking or anything, but it just seems like he covers a lot of ground pretty fast for whatever reason.
How long are his legs?
I mean, he's about 6 feet tall. He's not like, he doesn't have super long legs.
And that's when I realized that this weird old man was actually a 3-story tall crustacean.
From the Paleolithic era. That's what he's gonna. That's gonna be his counteroffer to Edgar. He's gonna be like,
About
"I will
3.
give it to you for about 350."
God damn it.
You see him walk briskly along, taking a kind of a winding path through the cobblestone streets, but you manage to keep on him, and he certainly doesn't seem to have noticed you with your big stealths. Walks up to a small 2-story townhouse, up to the front, unlocks the door, unlocks it again, opens the door, steps inside, closes it. You can see now, every window is barred and the curtains are drawn. The place is a veritable fort.
That's very good.
Alright, Bronson, I have 1 point in locksmith.
But you have to do it 3 times.
I can roll 3 ones in a row.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, let's see it.
Why don't we see if there's a?
You're gonna creep up to the front of the house and try to unlock the door?
No.
Okay, no, I'm just asking.
Why don't we see if there's another door first, and then we'll
Let's
get.
look around for other entrances. Is there a chimney?
There is not, actually.
Okay, we need to build a wall open.
Oh, still got that bone?
You wanted to see if there were other entrances?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. As you sort of do like a circle of the house, you can see that very definitely the front door is the only access to the building.
Well, you know what we have to do?
We have to go get Felix.
Yeah.
Let's go get the squad.
Let's
Or
go find
the gang.
Let's get the game.
So,
And have them
so
all
Felix,
loiter
why
in
did,
Esseintes.
why did you name your rats that? Like, what's the significance with that?
As soon as he answers, we barge in before he can say.
Hey!
These are the 2 partners of Odin, but usually the birds, but now they're rats.
Okay, I get it.
Oh. Hey!
That was a pull. Huh,
Felix,
Yes.
something else.
we need you.
Why?
We're breaking into
You
someone's
know
house
why.
again.
Could you not do that?
No.
Dick, we're gonna need you on the horn.
What?
Jimmy, we need a gun.
Jimmy, you hear them talk, Dick, we need you on the horn.
Huh? Wait a minute.
Could you at the very least wait for them to leave the house before we break into it?
No.
So we're just breaking into the house while they're still in the house.
There's business that's gonna happen. We need to know what's happening.
Why don't we just wait and see who comes out of the building with them?
No.
We'll have a stakeout.
Yes.
I'll get the
But
snacks.
we're gonna eat later, Uriah.
I'll get the snacks.
We're gonna kill him.
I'm
No.
gonna kill him. Shit, yeah, you're right. We should just kill him.
Okay,
I
fine.
get it.
Well, we know where it is. Let's all go and look at it.
Let's
the
burn down the
building.
house.
No. Let's just go look at the building. And wait.
Hide.
Although I really want to know what they're gonna talk about. They might have someone else in there.
Well, I mean, we hope so.
It's a fortress in there, Dick.
Alright, let's go fucking
It's
see
pretty.
this fortress.
It's pretty suspicious.
Do they have central heating this point in history? Was that a thing?
I don't know.
Because I find it kind of weird that this place doesn't have a chimney.
I'm sure they had boilers and shit, maybe.
Yes.
Like,
They had a central heat. The first central heating furnace was in 1793.
Jesus.
there you go.
Hold on.
But even then, usually there's like a little stack to let smoke out.
Well,
They must have an invisible chimney.
true.
Or perhaps just a hole in the roof we can't see from where we are.
Alright, we need to disguise ourselves as chimney sweeps and be like, hey, we're here to clean your invisible chimney.
But he only hires invisible chimney sweeps. That's the trouble.
So
the
we just have
appointment-
to, like, be really good at throwing our voice.
Yeah.
And the appointment was tomorrow, not today.
Wait a second. Pulls out shotgun.
Pulls in shotgun.
Oh,
Oh.
Unsheathed shotgun.
Oh no.
Oh.
God
So,
damn it.
Wait a second. Something seems wrong here. Loads AR-15.
Hey, who's the band?
Wait a minute, this is 1920. It should be like an AR-12 at most.
No, it
Should be an
be
AR-2.
like some weird Mauser variant. That's what it should be.
McNasty, don't take it seriously.
Every country
God,
had Mauser,
boring.
goddammit. Every country, even America.
I'm gonna roll damage on
This
McNasty.
It was ridiculous.
Alright, shut the fuck up. No one cares.
I
Throw
mean,
all my rocks.
shouldn't it be like a 911 or a K31?
No, 9/11 didn't happen yet.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's good. Big for Switzerland.
I want to do an almost modern
It would
day.
be a 9/11.
An almost
What?
modern day game
Hey,
where we do not.
Stop.
We don't plan it, it just happens.
Oh, my god, I don't even want to make any jokes about this.
You don't?
Hey, how about we go do the stakeout?
Okay. I get back from the store, I have some Funyuns and a bag of Cheeto Puffs.
Yeah.
He's standing there holding two different pieces of bread.
Oh yeah, good job.
Both are distinct.
Both are very clearly different. Unique in their own fascinating way.
Do they smell different? Or give them a sniff?
They, one of them smells like bread and the other one smells like bread.
Ooh.
That's
I
pretty
guess
hot.
this one rat 1 and this one rat 2.
Wait a minute, that's Felix's thing. You can't take that from him. Stop.
I'm gonna eat them, so it's gonna be way right. Go
I
right.
mean,
That's
Felix
all
is
he
gonna do
has.
that too eventually, I think.
Put the rest on your toast.
Okay, do
Butter your bread with rat grease.
do Plusel and Minen once with the bread.
Just like in France. You eat the
Hell
rest.
yeah.
Yeah. I put a little piece of bread in their tiny mouths.
They got hungry.
just pin it on their teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
You're right, I think you're supposed to pet them after you feed them.
Okay, I do so. My
yeah.
calloused hands threaten to tear off some of that fur.
You can pet them so they can peel it.
Oh god, this is a farce.
This is a bad session.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
we were doing pretty well.
hey, you know what? They're all bad.
We were all bad. Are they really?
Yes,
Maybe it's not the
Fine.
sessions, maybe it's us.
Hey, can we go see the house now or the
Yeah,
building?
let's go look at the house.
Let's go look at the building.
Let's watch and see if anyone comes out.
Are you sure? What if there's stuff happening in there though?
Oh my god.
We could sneak
What?
inside, just like that other time when the guy was in his room with the prostitute, and then we went in there. Everything was okay.
No.
I wonder how that went wrong.
I don't know either.
It's like the plan itself wasn't bad, but something else happened.
It was an act of God.
It's almost like somebody walk off the guy.
somebody was dicking around.
Anyway, let's
Shut
break
the
in there.
fuck up.
That's
You're not
fine.
our fault.
Yeah, but I wanted to say it though.
Hey, me and Uri are good at being sneaky boys. I think we can do it.
I really don't think you should. There's no reason.
I mean, I'm sure there's a cult in there with guns and shit, but whatever.
How long is it till the club time?
It's 7. It would be at 7:30, and right now it's about. What the fuck time is it? It's like 10 a.m.
Hmm.
Is there a library nearby?
There is.
I want to go to that.
Okay.
Come with me. Someone.
I do.
I'll go
I
with
hate
you.
you. Hell yeah. Being Rat Boy Genius over here.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
Do
you
that,
and
please.
you and Ratboy Genius go to make potato canishes.
There are
no.
many things to be erased.
Oh, this is not a hole that I wanted to dive into tonight.
This machine kills fascists.
So you enter the library, which is free, and
Hell
but it
yeah.
but it closes at 5.
Oh no.
Um,
We're gonna have to get our library uses in.
what are you looking for?
Sedefkar?
Yeah. It- You know, stuff about that, stuff regarding the paper that we're looking to buy. I guess, you know, see if there are any news articles regarding the taxidermy place. Anything regarding that one slow man.
Okay.
Maybe the cathedral?
All right. Make a library use.
Yeah,
It was like a million things you just said, but
I know. Alright, let me
Nice.
check. Library use. I got it with a 7.
I did not get it.
okay. Well, Felix keeps getting too distracted by the just riveting conversations his rats are having. But
Felix walks over to the animal aisle to look at the pretty pictures.
there's a lot of nice full color illustrations of rats.
Look at the pretty pictures, Lord.
Looking through, what did you say you got? A 7?
7D. And I
Oh,
passed.
7D, Jesus.
Ass.
Yep, I have a 78 library use.
You dig around for a while, you don't find anything on anything related to Sedefkar. You don't really find any, it wasn't high enough for that.
Shit.
Yeah, honestly, you really don't find much that you're looking for. At least from those
Text.
specific things that you listed.
Okay, what else is there? Okay, what about any news articles related to this, Duke?
Okay.
Dude, guy.
Go for it.
Roll again?
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Oh shit. I got a hard success.
Heck
We got no success.
Pretty much all you get is like a very, very small article from maybe about 10 years ago that talks about a duke from a French aristocracy has purchased a house in town. There's just pretty much like just a little flavor piece on like there's a duke moving into town, pretty much, but that's about it.
Oh.
Damn.
I feel like there's something I'm missing.
Look up Lurch.
He did try to look up Lurch.
And I rolled for the cathedral. And anything interesting there?
I mean, looking through the cathedral, there's a lot of information about the town. You could try to roll a further library use to see if you get anything interesting about the town itself.
Alright. Alright, I got a normal success.
Okay, that's fine. You're looking around, you're not finding much on, like, the cathedral itself. Like, maybe a few historical pieces that don't seem, you know, massively interesting. There is reference to the mystery of the missing hands, but no answers. But looking through this kind of puts you on a mention of a curious suicide at the cathedral, involving a man who shot himself right in front of the statue. Sort of catches your eye, and you end up falling down kind of a rabbit hole of discovering that, interestingly, the suicide rate in Lausanne has risen from virtually zero before 1917 to about 1 death a month.
When did it start rising?
About 1917.
Okay. Can I look up the town history related to that year?
Sure.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh shit. I got a success.
I got an extreme.
Oh, fuck.
Extreme.
12.
Hold on, let me look this up, because with an extreme, there is a potential that something quite interesting could happen.
Oh god.
Let me just make sure that I want it to happen. Why can't I find... There it is. Which version, though? You do find some interesting things. You find, in 1917, the first recorded suicide was also at the cathedral, actually. Not in front of the statue, but at the cathedral, where a man apparently climbed up to the top and flung himself from the roof of the building. That was pretty much the first recorded suicide in Lausanne's history, and then it just sort of kept going on, one a month after that. Other than that, notable events that occurred in 1917 were, there was the building of a couple of new shops, doesn't seem interesting. There's reference to some sort of like a fair that was held on that doesn't seem relevant. The only thing that really catches your eye is that you suddenly remember something, and you go back to some of the notes that you had already sifted through, and you don't know if it's coincidence or not, but the Duke moved to town then.
Shit. Okay.
Interesting
Goddamn.
knowledge.
You also find, while you're looking around, just almost sort of by accident, because you got an extreme looking for this kind of thing, yep, you find tucked away in sort of like an old box of entries to the library from 1917, like sort of like personal texts and things like that were submitted to the library and sort of filed away in an old box that everyone kind of forgot about. You find sort of an interesting book, which catches your eye because you recognize like sort of a scrawling of an elder sign on the inside of the front cover.
Motherfucker.
And you're not sure. It's sort of like a like a rough, weathered, leather-bound tome with something in German written on the front.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you what it says in German.
Sure.
It says "Unersprechlichen Kulten."
I think I know what that is. Out
Dick
of
doesn't.
character? Yeah, I know.
But
Wait.
you find that and it catches your eye.
What just happened? What just
Oh,
appeared about?
what is
But I know the Eldersign part, but what was the last part about?
The name of the book is something in German. It appears to be called Unersprechlichen Kulten.
Can you roll a cult for that?
You're not there.
You're not?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm staking out.
I'm gonna take
We're
it.
a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah. Me and Bronson get one piece of bread each.
Hey, poor Jimmy.
What?
And this was like located near
Oh,
his
he's there.
stuff, or was it just there, or what?
It was among like a box of materials from around 1917. Like it was submitted around that time,
Okay.
or
just like,
filed
alright,
into the
I get you.
library. But because you got an extreme, you happened to cross it.
Ah, shit, this ain't good. Alright, god damn it. I think that's everything. I'm gonna run back to the steak boys.
Okay. This whole library process has taken about 2 hours, and in that time, the stakeout boys have noticed no movement from the house whatsoever. It's now about noon.
See, that's been long enough.
Hey, stakeout boys, how's it going?
Hey, we saw nothing. No one came in, no one came out.
I found a spooky looking book.
Whoa, let's look at it.
No, wait, no. I don't know, but don't open it. Uriah, do you know what this is?
I passed my occult roll normally.
Normal?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know a little bit about it. You have heard of it, actually, which is surprising. The only thing you know of it is that it's rumored that there are only about 6 copies throughout Europe and America, and it's frequently referred to as the Black Book.
All I know is there's 6 copies and it's called the Black Book.
Oh.
Let me read it.
Oh, God.
This is a tome. And it's
You
gonna...
guys can take over the stakeout.
It's gonna take a little bit of time.
But what if
Right,
stuff's happening in there?
We'll just take that.
By a little bit of time, how much do you mean?
Well, let me take a peek. How does this work again?
What? That was. Did you just change your name, Arple?
What? No.
Oh,
Okay, it was.
it's a picture.
I
Oh, that's
changed
what
my
happened.
I changed
Oh.
my avatar. I guess my partners were complaining that we didn't have matching avatars again.
What, am I stupid? Why can't I... Is this it? Here we go. An initial reading. So this, because this is that, where's the table? Okay, an initial reading's gonna take you about 6 hours. It's a
Time
dense
now?
book.
I mean, we would make it before the thing
Yeah,
happened.
7:30 is the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
about
right now.
noon, so yeah. You could start right now. You probably don't want to do it in the middle of the street.
I'm so curious.
Yeah, probably not. Well,
You want to go back to the hotel with Shanks?
come on, Jenks. I mean, he's already there. I'll go
Shanks
with
Shanks
you.
already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already there. Well, see you guys later.
Alright, good luck. Don't die.
But you're right,
If I
he's a
go
sneaky partner.
If I go insane, only one of us will die.
Uh,
I guess we'll
So
find out later,
that'll
too.
be fun.
Hopefully, we're gonna figure out the aftermath.
What was that?
You betcha.
So now what?
I really don't think we should go in. But I
He's
don't
been
think
there for a while now.
I think this is a dumb idea to go in.
I think so.
Yes.
He says he has business to attend to, and then he goes into a
Franz
building
won't
that's
be just
locked.
jacking off. Like, it could be something that's...
For 2 hours, Dick?
We've
He-
all had those days.
He loves to edge.
Damn,
It's not. I don't know about that, man.
it's really impressive.
2 hours. I mean,
He's a master.
Hey,
What's the
He's
year?
gonna spend the rest of the time cleaning it up.
oh god.
just a matter of patience. You must be a very, very high POW.
You have to have discipline.
After all, power.
If you want to be, if you want to be in the big leagues like me, you gotta have some discipline, son.
Are you guys gonna keep staking out the building or try to break in, or?
He's doing some crazy stuff in there, guys.
I'm gonna go back to the hotel.
What do
Okay.
you mean, Felix?
Yeah. I wanna go back. Come on. Come on.
You can't just skip out on job requests like this, all right? They're paying you to do this.
No, what?
But there's a book and it might
He's a
have magical. But there's a book and it might have magical spells in it.
But there might be some crazy stuff going
What are
inside
you
there.
trying to say?
I'm saying.
I prant into the hotel with a spring in
I
my
hold up
step.
both rats and says, "I want to learn magical spells."
No,
Oh, this
Whoa,
guy's
look, come on,
fucking
let's
insane.
go.
I
No.
whistle all the way there as I step into Shank's room, plop down on the floor, and start reading.
Aw.
like a kid with a new
Hey
hook.
Shanks, he's reading in your room.
Breaks his ass on the ground.
HK's just not here anymore.
He's fucking out, in character, and out.
He's asleep on the bed.
You're just like sitting on the bed, swinging your feet back and forth as you're reading it. Is that what you're doing? Hell yeah.
Yeah, my hair's. I have like curlers in my hair.
Yeah, you got it. Hell yeah.
So are you guys just gonna sit tight at the hotel while he spends the next 6 hours reading, or?
I don't want to do nothing though. I think there's something going in there.
You can try to do something, Bronson. Feel free.
Well, I think Jimmy and Bronson are the perfect team to go.
But no, I
Yeah, I do too.
I agree.
I won't be there. With
I agree wholheartedly.
You think so?
I don't know. Are
Do you
there,
think
I'm
we
gonna
can-
stay here.
are there cars in Switzerland you still ride horses?
You know these fucking barbaric Europeans.
They actually ride saber-toothed tigers.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay, alright. I'll think about it.
Don't worry. You just gotta stay behind me. Because I think there's something going on in there.
Really? You think so?
Why does he have a fortress?
I mean, if that fucking lousy locksmith is gonna be playing with his rats and not be doing his job.
Oh wait, I run back up to him and say, okay, before you guys go in there, one thing I need to tell you. I found out that this town has a suicide rate that only started when he moved in. Okay, bye.
Dick, he's probably bullying Dick!
And then Dick just
Oh
runs
my
off.
God.
This guy must be a real asshole.
He's gone.
Felix, you gotta unlock the locks.
He's playing with his rats.
Felix is gone. He went back to the hotel. It's just you and Jimmy.
You gotta break the locks, dude.
Jimmy, you gotta shoot the lock.
I mean, there's nothing saying I should. This guy's internet bullying people. I can't let him fucking make people kill themselves. So,
You know, the more I hear about this Duke character, the less I care for him.
exactly.
He's a real jerk.
He's a real fucking piece of work, alright? Hold on, let's see what my locksmith is here.
It's gonna be one, don't bother.
Oh yeah, it's one, alright.
I will let you know, locksmithing rolls will not get through this guy's locks. They are specially designed to an extent that you would need a mechanical repair roll to unlock the door.
I like it.
Or you could get a giant fucking pair of flyer.
It is also possible. It is also possible to force the door with an appropriate strength roll.
Funny part is that mechanical
Or we
repair is a
just
higher
buy a
minimum than locksmith.
drill.
That ain't me.
You just hear.
He'll try too.
Watson, help me!
I'm hoping.
I don't like what I'm hearing.
Door opens. Would you like to buy some cookies?
Look,
We're
we're
Girl
sorry
Scouts.
about that asshole locksmith, okay? You know what? I'm gonna go up and knock on that dude's door and tell him that the locksmith is being an asshole.
You walk up to the door and you knock.
Jimmy, please.
But this fucking asshole is doing his job, and I have to
Jimmy.
tell this guy.
Do you do it?
He's not disappointed.
No, Jimmy, there's gotta be another way. This isn't the way.
We're on the doorstep here.
Jimmy, please, I'm dragging him. I'm holding him by his shirt.
Jimmy's walking towards the door and you're like hanging onto his shirt and being dragged along behind him.
You know what? Actually, he's a bully. I don't fucking care if the locksmith doesn't come to help.
That's a good man, Jimmy.
How
He dies in there!
how big are those big bars and those big windows?
They're like thick, heavy iron bars.
I cannot believe there's literally no other way in.
There is specifically no other way in.
Well, there's probably a hidden tunnel entrance a while back, but you don't know where that is. In some abandoned building, another one.
I mean, there's gotta be.
I mean, this isn't like in a nowhere district of town. This is actually kind of close to the center.
It's
The
probably a
roof-
warehouse with
The
a weird
rooftop. There's gotta be something.
colored disc puzzle.
No.
You wanna climb onto the roof?
What if there's something on the roof?
Why are we going into this guy's house?
You asshole!
Oh yeah.
Don't you think he sounds suspicious, Jimmy? You have
my
to
God.
believe me.
I mean, I'm trying
And
to
you
like,
wonder why.
no, shut up. I'm fucking playing as a character. Well, I need a reason to go in there because it's like, my original reason was to tell him that the locksmith isn't coming, and then I was like, you know what? I don't care because
I mean,
he's
his locks aren't broken.
Shh, I don't know that.
Does he though?
No,
Okay.
just
listen.
fucking told you.
What if we go? What if on the rooftop there's something? How tall is this building? Is it 3 stories?
It's 2 stories.
2 stories.
Dang it! I don't want to get shot at. I mean, I don't want to shoot someone again.
Don't worry, there's no. You won't. Hopefully
As
do
he
that.
continues on.
This is a big thing
Do we
right
see
now.
anything on the rooftop, or is it like a flat roof? Or is it
I mean, it's like a. Let me hold on. No, it's arched. It's like a Swiss townhouse. It's like
there's definitely no way in.
and if you don't know what I mean by townhouse, I mean like yeah, it's like one of those. It's a house like that has 2 buildings like basically attached to either side of it. It's like those houses. You know what I mean? It's not really like a freestanding house on its own.
I don't think there's a way in.
Well, this is lame.
This is a hard.
Do we have thermite?
You lost your dynamite in Louisiana.
That's not the same thing, dummy.
Does thermite exist at this time? Maybe.
Do they have aluminum powder and rust?
Probably.
Then
game?
yes.
The thermite reaction was discovered in 1893.
Yes, there's lots of thermite, but you have none of it.
There are no Dave and Busters here. They have not yet expanded.
Nope.
What the fuck? God damn it. Why Dave and Buster's?
I don't know. It was just the first thing that came to my
I
mind.
don't know. This doesn't seem like a good idea, kiddo.
It's not even that. We just can't even do it.
If we even go inside, he's just gonna call you names until you kill yourself. Do you want that?
Who wouldn't do that?
I don't want to lead some innocent kid like you into a bully's lair, alright?
What if he's doing something really bad in there? Like insulting other kids?
You know, I want to imagine that in the book it says the bully's lair, like that's a subsection.
Why are you reading my notes?
He shuffles bully's lair under notebook.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Erases bully's lair. Writes something else.
Oh, I give up, Jimmy.
Yeah, I do too. Let's just go back home and forget we even knew about bullies.
Bullies don't exist. I left foot and then walked.
Yeah, I'm gonna go along with him.
Alright, let's read this book.
All of us?
No, just him, but we're gonna watch.
We're gonna watch him.
We're gonna watch him read, see if he dies.
Is he gonna read out loud? Please read out loud.
Don't read it aloud. You weren't there. You weren't there. You don't know what it can do. Alright, motherfucker. Piece of shit.
We all gather in there.
Alright, so you all go back to the hotel in Shank's room. Okay, and you guys sit there for 6 hours as he reads?
We watch him.
Fantastic.
Occasionally I go, ooh.
Alright, I need you to make an...
A what?
Make an own language roll.
My own language is 55. Can I push this?
Yes.
I passed.
But what kind of past?
Normal.
You are finding it very difficult to parse this. And as you continue that, you realize, oh, right, it's because it's in German.
Wait a minute. Hey, Dick.
What?
This is in German.
You don't know that?
I didn't look at it. I just took it from you and ran away.
Yeah,
Wait a
you did
minute.
do that, didn't you? Huh.
Why did you have to make an own language roll?
Because I
Probably
forgot
had to
that it
make
was
it-
German.
Oh.
And then as soon as he finished that, I looked at it and it said German, and I was like, ah, that's right.
Well, need to translate it.
Alright, what time is it?
Uh-oh.
At this point, it's probably about 1:45, close to 2.
Okay, I run back to the library and check out a English to German dictionary thing.
Okay.
German to English.
Shut up. The other night.
He runs back with an English to German dictionary, throws it at Uriah's face. Uriah catches it seamlessly.
It falls off my face open in front of me.
Okay. Alright, fine. Make an own language roll with a penalty die.
I fail.
Even with the... I mean, you can push it if you want.
Okay. Let's see this penalty die. I fail.
You are having a lot of trouble reading this. You can try again tomorrow, but today you are failing.
Can I try reading it?
Yes, you certainly can.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Make an own language roll with a penalty die.
Oh, with the penalty die? Alright, well I got
Because you're using
17.
an English to German dictionary.
Yeah, what is a penalty die again?
Just roll it again. It's disadvantage.
Oh my god, I got an 18. That's the lowest.
Are you serious?
Yes. I mean, it's a normal.
A normal.
Yeah, because my language code is 27.
Oh,
What the hell?
I didn't go to college. You guys are overestimating this fucking.
I went to school.
I have a 65
you
English.
you
What
have
the
a
fuck do
little.
I have?
You're starting to get a little bit of it, but you're not understanding it either with only a
All
normal.
right, you know what? Let me do it. You know what? I'm ready to die. I
You
have my
big
backup
boobs.
character ready.
No, Dick, you can't die.
Let's fucking do this. Come on.
All right, so roll with a penalty die.
That's
Ain't
right.
on- Oh god. The bad thing is I have a 65 English.
Oh
60.
boy.
Oh god. The first one was a 12, which was an
Hey.
extreme.
That's an
Now let's roll the second. No, the second one was an 8.
Oh.
So you get an extreme success is what you needed.
Oh.
Because it's so old and moldering and shitty.
This was a joke.
Oh boy,
did it,
this
Dick.
is.
Dick is gonna.
I didn't expect this, but I'm having a good time.
It's a good thing he has law ready.
What? That 75 law will come in handy.
Oh, fight.
Alright, well. Let's see. Alright.
Alright.
Fuck.
You reading it. You guys watch as he holds Unsprechlichen Kulten in his lap, just sort of flipping back, and you watch as he starts turning the pages faster, and faster, and faster, and faster, and you watch his eyes start just darting back and forth across the pages at massive speed, and all of a sudden, he reaches the end of the book and just closes it,
Be careful.
and he takes sanity damage. Because when you read a tome, you just take sanity damage, based on the horrible truths you have learned.
Hey Dick, what kind of horrible truths did you learn?
Who'd we lose?
Probably a chair.
No, we lost, Sophie left.
The other guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Probably not lost HQ.
Well, let's see how funny this is.
Let's hear those horrible truths, Dick.
Oh. Oh. Oh, you know.
Oh,
They
you
only trade you
know.
for your money.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bones and ties.
Look at it go.
Why did you not look at it go?
Okay.
The truth is gay.
It said at the end of the book, whoever reading this is gay.
Your mom gay.
Dick Paradigm. How much sanity do you have?
I have 74.
Okay, you lose 12.
What the fuck?
Oh!
I'm gonna be alone when I read this tomorrow.
Oh!
And you immediately go, temporarily insane.
What the hell?
You don't get a permanent insanity, because this is not a fifth of your thing, right? What's your sanity right now?
74.
74.
It's not quite a fifth.
It's not
very
quite a
close.
fifth. It's very close. Okay, well, that's fun. So let's
I
see.
grab the book and run out.
Hold on. This is all happening very fast.
Okay.
Let me roll on the insanity table. This is hilarious. I wasn't expecting fucking Dick to read it.
I wasn't expecting to succeed.
Neither was I. That was a lot of penalty.
But then I checked and I was like, oh, I have very high English.
How's that law treating you?
Fuck you.
Where's my D10? I gotta roll a funny die. Oh, here's a D10. It's next to me.
bayonet was banned from military use for being too deadly.
This bayonet was banned from military use for being too dumb.
Now I have to roll this.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
He
Okay.
got the funny one.
This is the funny one.
I rolled something after I got the insanity, which is the funny thing. Dick closes the book, stands up very quickly, pivots on his heel, runs and leaps out the window.
What floor are we on?
The second.
Motherfucker.
Could anyone try to grab him when he was trying to do it? Or was it just so sudden?
I'll try and grab him.
I'll let Jimmy do it because he just said it right now.
Oh my goodness.
What do I gotta roll?
Just do a fighting brawl to try and grab him.
Alright, here we go. 15. That's a hard success.
That sounded like a D20.
Oh wait, yeah, it was a D20. I'm a dumbass. Oh my god.
How the fuck do you know what dice sound like? What the hell?
No, I'm sorry, I forgot what game
It was a big, heavy one sound instead of the two of what you're supposed to roll.
Fair enough.
A 92!
Oh my god.
Jimmy dives out to catch him, but he steps on his shoelace and he falls on his face. As Dick leaps and does a perfect swan dive out the window.
Can we roll to see if he lands on his head? I mean, it's not like I want to see him die or anything, but...
Okay, Dick, you only take 1 point of damage from broken glass, Dick.
Oh wow.
However, you fly out the window.
Or
and
grab you exist.
How many times have we jumped out of buildings now?
Me? Like three or four.
Okay, not too bad. I rolled low. You take 3 points of damage.
Fuck you.
Impacting onto the ground. And then you guys watch as Dick staggers to his feet, shakes some of the glass out of his clothes, and proceeds running down the street at full tilt.
What the hell?
You gotta run!
Well, I want to look at the author of this book.
What?
The author's not listed.
Please tell me it's the Bully Man, and it just like says like a bunch of mean things in German.
The author is not listed.
Can we run after him now? Please.
Yes.
Let's go.
Alright. Well, yeah.
By the time you guys get down to the bottom floor, he's out of view. Make a track roll to track where he's gone.
Track
roll.
Hold on, let me see what my track is.
De nada.
It's a 10.
No, I didn't.
No, I
Only
got
Cowboy Hank was here.
Nope. Oh my god. You hit by a car.
Let me roll something for Dick now.
God damn it. You gave him ideas.
Oh no, that was very funny.
What do you mean?
Hey Dick, put a check next to climb.
No.
Yes.
I love it.
Don't even jump out that building.
While this is happening, can I ask someone nearby if they saw a man running after jumping out of a
Make a luck roll.
Hell yeah. Because that's my thing. Yep.
Yeah, he just ran around that corner like he was just shouting, "Fuck this, fuck this, fuck this."
Let's go, gang. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm running.
On it.
Make a spot hidden. Whoever's leading the charge. We'll have the people leading the charge, I think, at this point. Who's leading the charge? I know Bronson, but...
Probably me as well.
Okay, so Bronson and Jimmy make spot hiddens.
Success.
Extreme.
Okay, so as you guys round the corner, you suddenly spot him, the man. As you can see him scaling the side of a building to get to the roof.
I start yelling at people, "Get somebody help!
Dick, you get down here right now!"
Please, God!
You gotta tell us what you.
I'm gonna climb after him.
And it's like a 3-story building.
Dick, you get down here right now, but like slowly.
Let me just... Oh, that's funny.
I do parkour!
As he's pulling himself up halfway onto the roof, the temporary insanity ends.
Dick, get down from there!
Dick, you suddenly regain consciousness on the, like halfway on top of a 3rd-story roof.
Dick!
What the fuck, man?
Dick, you have so much to live for. You just got rid of your fear.
Do a flip!
Yeah, but I don't. You know, I did just get rid of my fear, but I still feel like I don't have a whole lot to live for to begin with.
Dick! Just
I mean,
climb down
are you-
slowly!
Well, now that life has given me lemon, I'm making lemonade, baby.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna,
Dick.
Can I finish this climb?
Is he at a is he like at a window?
Make a climb roll to finish the climb.
Good thing I improved my climb.
Wait, what if we get someone at a window to try to help you out?
Oh shit. Alright.
Ow, 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 ow.
Is he by a window?
Do you get it?
Oh shit, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
got a 10.
he rolls onto the top of the building. There are some windows, but it looks like it's a closed shop with probably some like living spaces above it.
Oh.
Alright, I'm up here now.
You are now on top of a 3-story building.
Is
Good
there
job.
like a way down?
You also know some spells, but we'll get to that.
Cool.
Oh.
Cool. I'll never use them.
Oh, also add +5 to your mythos.
Oh, great.
That's
God
good.
damn it. I have 14 mythos now.
I only have 11.
Oh, wagon.
A whip. Dick! Is there a safe way down?
I look over. I don't fucking know. Give me a bit.
Jeez,
You look around, there's not.
Alright. Hey, here over the side,
Dick.
and I shout down at him. Can you guys go get some, like, the fire department or something?
Don't worry, we can catch you.
Does it sound like
Franz
that?
said,
Like,
fucking go.
Oh.
I'll watch him.
For the sake of brevity, we'll say that Bronson rushes to go get the local authorities, and humiliatingly, he is led down like a child. He is carried down like fucking fireman's carry by a fireman on a ladder who deposits him on the ground and says, "Don't do that again," and then hurries off.
Come
Dick
away.
got carried. You're carried like a princess.
Oh, yeah. Felt nice. Not
Dick
having to
went finally.
carry
So,
for once.
can you help me translate that tomorrow?
You got it.
The answer is no, he can't.
No, I'm not reading that again. Fuck that.
Hey, you know what happened.
Alright.
So, you can tell me what happened.
I would suggest you not read that either. No, I'm being dead serious.
Alright, I'm going back to the hotel.
Alright, what do I know?
Okay, so you know 3 spells from the initial reading.
Wow.
The first one
Terror.
is Terror.
Fireball.
Now that's terror.
I swear if it gets in real flesh.
Magic
Fireball.
missile.
Now you
Magic
can
missile.
kill non-black, non-artifact creatures.
HK.
He's just not actually here.
I'm here.
There you are.
Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you know this one as Approach, Brother.
What's that mean?
I will write down a brief description of it.
Approach. Ringo.
It's
Second spell is
it's,
hug me.
it's grinder for cultists.
Ooh,
Oh no.
nice.
Oh
That's
yeah.
My ex-wife left me for a lot of different reasons, but I don't think this is one of them.
Are you sure, Dick?
Shit.
I need
Sure.
cryptic names.
Dream
Or
open.
like monster names. Like the Flatlands monster.
I'm fairly certain you hang out with like 6 other guys 24/7.
You do too, Felix. You do too.
I do.
Oh.
God.
Felix had a fucking boyfriend, you clod.
Did he?
Yes, it was Frank.
Wait,
Were the hints not dropped hard enough?
No.
You guys were gay?
did anyone not see that? I didn't see that.
They
I
were
mean-
in the same
I mean,
fucking house.
they didn't do the normal thing you do in movies and just say, I'm gay.
Frank left him all of his money and estate.
They were crime brothers.
I thought they were really good crime friends.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it is a crime.
I mean, at that time, maybe.
So it's not just me. No one else saw it.
Why didn't they just say it like they're supposed to? You're
I thought-
supposed to tell us when you're gay.
I thought it was pretty clear.
What the?
You guys are so fucking dense. Your gaydars are just
Poor
not
gaydars on these
not
maps.
Hey.
Brother, what do you expect?
confidence.
Gay people aren't real, so that's why it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah,
It's
they're
not
myth.
real.
How can you see if your eyes aren't real? Oh,
God, what a roller coaster tonight
That
has been.
that one hurts a little.
This is the description you know for approach brother.
Brother shall come.
A brother shall come.
What does that mean?
The nice thing about Call of Cthulhu spells is you are explicitly told to be as vague as possible.
Dick has a brother?
You can summon either Drake or Josh.
But not both.
Never both.
Required to stand on any automaton and yell, "Brother!"
Brother.
And how many minutes does a round last?
It's about 6 seconds. We're just working off of D&D rules here.
All right. What else I got?
Nothing.
I'm trying to read which one of these would be the funniest.
The funniest. All right.
Yeah.
I still feel like so many other things have gone over my head since I didn't put like 2 and 2 together that they were gay. I feel like,
Your whole world has changed.
yeah, a little bit.
Your dick paradigms have shifted.
Fuck you. God damn it.
Fucking hate you, dude. Hate you.
Yes, it fuels me.
What kind of case should I get for my phone?
Suitcase.
Should I get a big fat one or a nice thin one?
I answer.
I already have a big fat one, but
Okay.
it's kinda...
This one you know as Evocation of the Fiery Burning Doom.
That's a mouthful.
Which is fun. And now let me write that one out.
You know, the issue with like a lot of these spells is the fact that they're such a pain in the ass to cast that they're
Yeah.
really useful.
How much power and magic points do you have?
Me? Pal? Not that much.
How much magic point?
I have 50 pal and 10 magic. Magic.
Magic. It's magic.
All the good spells in Cthulhu you can only learn from the people trying to kill you.
How do you do that? Do you ask them before you kill them?
You don't. That's why you don't get them.
Aw.
Make friends with them though. So because friendship is magic.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, look at us.
Climbed off a building.
It was magical.
Pretty impressive.
A night out with the boys is so magical.
We didn't even drink though.
We don't need to drink to have fun. We're straight edge.
No, I'm not.
Come on, dude.
There's Evocation of the Fiery Burning Doom.
I don't even fucking. What the fuck?
You just know how to do it.
Do I know what that star is?
No.
Find a cosmology book.
But you might be able to actually, because you got all this knowledge from the book, you might be able to recognize it if you see it.
God, this is never gonna come up.
They probably won't, but it's funny to think about. And then of course the last one.
Give me one useful one.
No.
Oh,
Next time we go to a party, you know we gotta do, right?
do this cool party trick.
Approach, brother.
And then it's just like a big old fucking beefy man. I don't fucking know.
It's gonna be a Quichinda. Just rides up.
Fucking Gug. Except he's not evil or anything, he's just very friendly.
It's okay.
Okay, this one is called Command the Trees.
I want that one.
Dick's a druid.
Man, fucking Uriah got an Elder Sign from one of the books.
This is a very different book.
I'm looking forward to this book.
I
One of
swear
these-
to Christ.
And one of these days, I'll cast Call of the Frigid Northern Wind, and it will be glorious.
Yeah, Elder Sign is baby's first spell. It's
Yeah,
literally.
but I didn't get it.
It's literally connect the dots.
I don't know how to, though.
One of these days, we'll run into something invisible, and then we'll make it visible, and we'll all go insane.
I like that the Elder Sign is still in the middle of the Roll20.
That's Command the Trees.
How big is size 40? Oh, that's like a large dog, maybe, right?
Yeah, probably about.
Okay. Gotta start carrying dead dogs with us.
Sorry, which one now?
Do I know how to do these cuts?
What?
Do I know how to do the cuts?
You do, knowing the spell.
Does you know whether the beast has to be alive when it's sacrificed?
It has to be sacrificed, so yes. That's what fucking sacrifice means.
You can sacrifice it.
No, you can't. Anyways, you know those spells. If you want to know more, you could do a full reading, a full study of the book, which takes 52 weeks.
Huh?
What?
Let's go.
Did I fucking stutter?
No, I made a mistake.
I mean, it makes sense. We have a lot less free time between things than we used to because of the whole train business. So it'll take a while. Anyway.
It's interrupting our train of thought.
Haha. Oh.
Sorry that took so long. I couldn't type out the precise descriptions of the spells because that would be giving them away.
I am. And now it should be almost 7:30.
Yep. But you guys sit on your dicks for about another hour, and now it's time to go.
I get off
Don't
the dick.
sit on me, I promise I won't run away.
I get out that hour.
Okay. So you guys head to the Les Chateaux Noirs.
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard.
As you guys walk down to Les Chateaux Noirs, and the people at the front seem to have been told to expect you. So they usher you into a table that is apparently reserved for the 7:30 club. As you guys sit down, you are the first to arrive.
Nice. Always nice to be first.
Bronson, I feel like shit.
Why is that, dude?
I jumped out a window.
Yeah, that probably hurt a lot, didn't it?
You see
Yeah.
like a tiny piece of glass just sort of like stuck underneath his eye, like on his
Yeah.
Oh,
cheek.
yeah.
I got that for you, don't worry.
I want to ask him if he got bullied, and that's why he was compelled to try and kill himself.
Do I know what I read? Or do I just... Or
You
just...
just...
yeah.
It's kind of a blurred line, so no, not really.
I shrug.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's okay, Jake. You don't have to tell anyone, but it'd be really useful.
I don't remember.
God damn it, Jake.
What?
It's okay, Jake. I was kidding.
Okay, good.
About 20 minutes go by.
Are they there?
Nope.
I will order some food. Wait, son of a bitch.
What?
Alright, let's wait a little bit longer.
At about 8, as you guys are just sort of getting served your food, a man approaches, who you have not met. Blonde hair, blue eyes, and 6 feet tall. He walks over and casually takes a seat. And he says, "Oh, apologies, the Duke and Wellington have been delayed slightly. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Maximilian von Wertheim. I am the other member of the 7:30 Club."
Wait, what?
He said there were
What-
3
what
members
was-
of the club.
What was his name?
Maximilian von Wertheim.
Okay.
Really?
What brings you to our little arrangement here?
Oh,
I'm taking a drink. Someone
you
else
came
answer.
here for take a drink.
We are here to potentially purchase a what is the word? A document.
A document? Such is interesting.
I have an idea.
And he orders some food, and he brings it over, and he says, what sort of document?
Someone who's been here for the specific ones say it.
It's a... yeah.
Well,
I've missed all the Sedefkar sessions.
well, you don't seem to know much. How about somebody else?
Okay, what's up?
He just asked the question, Bronson.
Oh,
What sort of document are you looking to purchase?
Historical.
Historical? What kind of history? I love history.
Shit.
very old history.
Military. Very old.
Well, I'm sure that it is not terribly important. Allow me to tell you about myself.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
He begins to tell a very, very long story.
Oh goodness.
It lasts 3 hours.
Bull.
What
Swear
the-
to God, it says so.
Where's...
I asked him near the end of the story. Okay, so what?
It involves an ancestral fortune, a father who dies on his way to change the will, an evil brother who hates Max, all manner of fascinating details.
It's actually interesting.
Okay, but I have
And as
to
he
go.
nears the end of it, and he says, "And there I was hanging by a thread on the edge of the Eiffel Tower, my father above me. And he said, 'This is it, Maximilian. This is the end.' When at last my brother comes from behind and stabs him through the heart. My father falls. Now, not fake dead, but truly dead. My brother helps me up, and he says, 'We have had too much animosity, my friend. We must become brothers again. It was then that he put the knife in my back. To put a long story short, I now am very wealthy.
Oh.
Yeah, that was good. I like the part where he like kissed his brother, but he didn't realize it was his brother. And
It was a very interesting part of the story.
Wait, where's everyone?
Yeah, it's like what, 11?
Isn't it 10:30 now?
I'm bad at math.
Yes.
Where's the Duke? Where's Wellington?
As the bill approaches, he says, "Ach, my friends, I am sorry I have left my wallet at home. Would you be so kind?"
We didn't get you any food.
What a fucking.
He bought a shitload of food.
I'm sorry, Maximilian, but
Do they have tabs here?
I am sure they must.
Great, let's have a tab with this guy.
good.
Ah, hold on. I must go to the bathroom very quickly. And he stands up.
God, no.
And he stands up. And he doesn't even pretend. He walks out of the building.
I follow him out.
I'm gonna follow him too.
Excuse me, sir. That man just walked.
Leave, bro. Come on, Bronson.
Oh, that's true.
I gotta go.
I
I gotta show you this big turd.
Oh, yeah, I gotta sneak out.
I leave.
He opens the door to his car, steps inside, and closes the door.
Hey, bud.
As you guys come up to the car, he is turning on the engine.
No! Oh my God!
He isn't even looking in your direction.
Stop this man!
What the fuck?
He pushes on the pedal.
I put a gun in his face.
The car's already driving away.
God
I
damn
sneak
it.
off into an alley. So.
Okay.
I guess we should run because I don't want to elevate this food.
How much did it look like it cost?
I mean, he did just sort of.
He ran up. He bought like courses of meals, and his story was so elaborate and engaging that you didn't even notice that he had racked up about 150 pounds worth of food.
150 pounds, you say?
Yeah,
That's
like the money.
$800.
It was like a staggering amount. He kept buying the finest wines.
You know, I don't think that man was who he said he was.
You think he was just a noble?
But you know what?
No.
We didn't pay
I
either,
think he
so we're
was
good.
just
Let's get
somebody.
out of here.
But you guys are completely missing the point.
We got free food.
Oh my god.
By the way,
He
we're
came to
leaving
us.
very quickly.
He did a very, like, outlandish story.
I mean,
Told us that the men that we were there to see were being delayed, and then he left.
it was 3 hours, and our people
We're
aren't
waiting
here
for
yet.
you guys.
I'm telling you, Dick. I'm telling you, something's up with that man.
Bronson, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
Come on, Dick. We have to go see Wellington.
Yeah.
We just ate though.
Thanks, Dick. What?
It's a very funny
Look
joke.
at the fucking Syndroid chat.
Fucking wheel.
What a good time.
What an ass disaster.
What a disaster.
Hey!
Oh.
So as Maximilian's car speeds off into the night, what do you guys do?
Is there a license plate? Do those that happen?
He doesn't have the license plate. You see
Oh
the
my
spot where it's
God.
supposed to be, and it's not there.
What a dickhead. I remember. Okay, if you ever see his car, I'm gonna pull it up.
If you ever see his car, we're gonna start fucking opening fire.
Yeah.
It was sort of
by.
It was sort of like a pale blue
He drives
model.
by and we commit a drive.
It was kind of like a pale blue Model T looking thing.
It's gonna be a different color when we're done with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
blood
blue.
red.
It's gonna be brown.
From all the
Drown your
poop.
fucking pants, you cocksucker.
we're gonna pants him. Right in front of his
And then
mom.
we're gonna poop in his pants and pull him back up.
I'm gonna take his shoes.
Maximilian's a good character.
We're gonna change his shoes for shoes that are one size smaller.
You love how much of an asshole he is.
Yeah, I know, it's so good. He's so fucking, like, unabashed about it.
I just imagine him, like, fast.
Wait a second, was this trailer a bunch of lies then?
It might have been. You fucking. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
I shake Bronson.
I think this is so good!
Do you think people would do that? Just go to a cafe to tell lies?
No, we can't do that.
We've done that. We've done something similar, I think.
We never
Maybe it was just me. I think it might have been me.
Compare me to that
I mean,
fucking
Dick
thing.
lies all the time.
I do.
I wouldn't believe it. Yeah, Felix has never lied.
Stop talking for your rats. You're not doing a different voice. Felix, you're frightening me. You gotta do a funny voice.
Do a funny voice, man.
You gotta do a funny voice for the rats.
I speak for the rats have no voice.
They should, though.
Well, they're dead.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, yeah,
Don't fucking say things like that.
rats only live 2 years.
What the fuck?
That's so sad. Hey, so are we gonna...
Dumb, dude.
What about this food? Or the bill?
I go to bed.
Alright, let's go to taxidermy, please.
You guys just leave without paying the bill?
Yes.
They don't know us.
The owner is, like, running out, like, what are you doing?
Put it on a tab.
What?
Check it out, fellas.
Keep running as fast as you can.
Fucking American.
As you guys sprint off into the night, he starts shouting a long and vile string of French curse words.
Goodness.
I wanna go home.
So where you guys going?
To Wellington.
Taxidermy.
You're gonna see him. I don't know why he just totally...
Okay.
He's dead.
He totally stood us up.
You head
That's not
to
cool. Why are you saying that?
you head to Wellington's place, the taxidermy stop. It is now about 10:30 at night, and it is overcast. And as you walk there, a cold rain begins. When you arrive at the shop, the street is very dark. The only light, like one small flickering street light. The front door of the shop is slightly ajar.
Oh, that's not good.
I think somebody may have, like, broken in and killed him.
Why are you saying shh? Let's go
If
confirm
we,
it.
if we find him and William in their basement impaled on spikes,
That's gonna be bad.
I'll be real upset about this.
It was
Yeah.
Grazed.
Fuck, dude.
Come on, guys, we have to hurry up. I opened the door. Wellington.
Alright. Within, everything is dark and ominous.
Flashlight.
I mean, you can probably just turn on the light unless they power
They
us.
broke the light.
You
Yeah,
you flick the switch,
Yeah.
power's out.
Alright. Oh, there we go. Put on the
Alright,
flashlights.
flashlight.
Alright. You enter with your flashlights. Is everybody here? Is it
Oh yeah, thanks for back.
like is
All
Shank?
five.
I think
No,
Shank is
Shanks
still
is
back
fucking
at the hotel.
sitting in bed until
Oh, okay.
they leave.
He's comatose in the bed. It is very ominous inside, even with the flashlights. The claws of the stuffed beasts seem to grab at every coat, their glassy eyes glaring menacingly in the dim light. The downstairs, as you sort of take a gander around, appears to be precisely as you remember.
Keep looking.
Okay. You go upstairs?
Yes.
Okay. You head upstairs. You can see the doors to the bedroom are the door to one of the bedrooms is closed, the door to another one is slightly ajar, and the door to the kitchen is slightly ajar.
Let's look at the bed. The one that's ajar.
Okay. You walk into the bedroom, and you see there, lying on the bed, Edgar, plainly cold and dead.
Oh, well.
What I say. All right.
I don't want to
look-
run around Switzerland.
That's so sad.
Yeah, I don't need it. I look around him. How'd he die?
Make a spot hidden, actually.
Alright. Oh shit. Got it. Normal.
Okay. Looking at him, it doesn't appear that there are any wounds on him until you roll up his sleeves. And you see a number of track marks on the left arm, like as if he's been using, and one fresh needle mark in the left arm, and on the other side a fresh needle mark in the right arm. Just one, no track marks.
How's he lying? Does it look like he was just lying there and died?
It looks like he was lying on the bed with his head on the pillow, stretched out. Hard to say.
Is there any evidence of a struggle?
There is a diary open on the floor.
What's it say?
There is also an empty syringe on the ground.
Oh, I pick up a syringe. I like picking up syringes.
Oh, you should just touch that.
I poke myself.
You want to read the diary now, or do you want to?
Look at the pages open.
It is open to the last page. It appears somebody read through the whole thing and then put it down.
Anything spooky in there? What's the last page say?
The only thing it says is, "Success. Tomorrow I am sure to make the sale and our lives begin anew."
How ironic. Died.
Yeah, I get it now.
Did he?
No.
No.
Uh-uh.
Alright. I guess let's go look in the kitchen.
Okay.
What's cooking?
You enter the kitchen, and there in the kitchen you find William, dead by stab wounds to the belly and back.
Not William.
A bloody knife dropped beside him. His shirt has been ripped open and a large flap of skin has been cut from his back. The expression on his face is one of utmost horror. Sanity.
Man, you would think there would be a point where, like, you just get hardened to this kind of thing.
It's mostly the skin and the fact that he almost looks as alive as he did before, staring at you.
I think it looks more alive than before.
I passed.
I got right on the mark.
I passed.
Yeah.
Felix,
What?
are you there?
Yes.
So
sanity roll.
yeah.
I pass.
Okay, so none of you take any sanity damage. You're alright. But you're like, that's fucked up.
It is. It's fucking William. It's fucked up.
I'm sorry, I'm just really emotionally drained right now, and I am barely awake.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
I had to murder a character today.
It's a dark time.
Let's look around the room.
Other than this, there's really nothing of interest in the kitchen.
Then we look at him. Does he have anything?
He's dead by stab wounds, but other than that, other than this flap of skin cut from his back.
Okay. I don't like that gang.
Did you guys close the front door when you entered, by the way?
Oh, we should leave.
No, I'm just wondering. There's stuff in. You can make a spot hidden on the room, the bedroom. But I'm just wondering if you closed the front door.
Front door of like the house?
Yes.
How does that have anything to do with closing the door?
I'm just
How does
asking.
that have anything to do
I'm
with
just.
closing the
They
door?
are not connected. I'm just asking.
You're scaring
You're
me.
trying to
You're
change the
scaring me.
subject.
I'm scared.
You're trying to take our
Just
minds off.
let me know.
If we're investigating a house of spooks, we probably would have closed the front door.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just asking.
it's polite.
Yeah, but then we're gonna get locked in by the special locks.
True.
And then break the walls down.
Anyways, you can spot hidden in the bedroom and see if anything else is in there.
I got the hard success.
Oh, hard to success.
I fail.
I got a normal success.
Regular.
Okay. You find the following items. There is a receipt on Edgar's writing desk. There is an empty morphine bottle next to it. There is a mostly full green bottle next to that.
What is that, laudanum or something?
We'll get to that. And there is a scroll under the bed.
Oh, a scroll, let's read it.
As you pick up the scroll, it is elaborately tied and sealed with fresh red wax.
How fresh?
Make a spot hidden.
Hard success.
It looks pretty new, but it looks like somebody has tried to make it look old. And it's got that sort of quality to the pages where it looks like somebody might have like baked it in an oven in order to make it look old. This appears to be a fake old scroll. There is also the receipt and the green bottle.
Alright. I'll look at the green bottle more closely. Is it marked in any way?
It is. It has a label on it. It's about the size of an ink bottle. And contains sort of like a muddy water, almost looks like. And the label reads Dream Lausanne.
Lausanne's the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Just put that away.
God, I'm so fucking upset.
What's that?
Because I jumped out of a fucking window. What do you mean?
Oh, you still upset of that?
Yes.
I mean, it happens.
No.
It does, though. I mean, we've all just have a burning building, you know? Well, not all of us, but you know.
Alright. I guess we should leave now.
We look everywhere?
I mean, there's the receipt
The one that's
and
closed.
there's the receipt in the diary.
Yeah, let's look at the receipt. What's it for?
It bears today's date, and it is from a local stationer. It is for sealing wax and fine parchment.
And, seems to be for him. Okay. And the diary. Is there anything cool in there? Is there any secret ink? I hold it up to a light.
On the diary?
Yeah.
It does not appear to be. Here, are you reading it?
Mm-hmm.
Here are the most relevant entries. The first one, the dates appear to be smudged on most of them, but it's hard to tell exactly when all of them were written. The first one says, "It would have suited our family better if we had died in the war. Dead heroes are more convenient than the broken living." The next one says, "Now we are in Switzerland. Here we can live in peace." The next entry, "The Duke's conversation is without peer. When I listen to him, I forget my own memories."
Oh.
The next one, "The books the Duke loaned me have opened my eyes. Perhaps that old Arabic scroll of mine holds mysteries as yet unknown." The next, "I have received the translation of the scroll. I wonder if this Sedefkar simulacrum yet exists." The next one, "The trail ends in 1789. I have written to the owners of the Comte's house. I would go there, but I cannot leave William alone." The next one, "The Duke has given me something for my insomnia. I slept deeply and had a most vivid dream of Lausanne in olden times." The next one, "2 nights ago I held a brass button in my hand as I slept, and set it down in Dream Lausanne. When I awoke, it was gone. The next night I fetched it back in my dream, and woke with it clasped in my hand." The next one, "I hold no hope for this new year. My researches lead nowhere, and soon my habit will cost us our shop. Where will William live then?" The next one, "I fear I must sell the scroll. The Duke would be interested, but I need another bidder to drive the price against him. I have hidden the scroll in Dream Lausanne for safekeeping." And then the most recent one. The most recent one is the success one that you read earlier.
Hold on.
Does the bottle look like it's been opened recently? Of the dream stuff?
It does.
Oh my god, really? Are we... We just got out of that.
I'm
Hey,
not
man.
allowed to go back.
Me neither.
You are, because this is not technically the Dreamlands.
So we won't have cats to help us out?
Yes, but we'll have 2 rats to help us out.
No,
Yeah,
we need our army of
I really hope that
cats.
those rats are alive in the dreamland. It'd be fun.
That would be fun. Except they sit on your shoulder, one of them tells you to do good things, the other one tells you to do bad things.
No, they both tell me to do bad things.
They both tell you to do bad things, alright, that works.
Well,
Well, should we do that tonight?
yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe we should get out of here before the police come.
Yeah, let's do it.
All of a sudden,
Let's cheese it out the window.
you hear
Hello?
at the front door,
Is there a
Oh,
window in this
God.
bedroom?
There's no way to get out of here.
And you
because
hear-
all the fucking windows are barred.
this is a different building than that.
Yeah. Is there a window
Why
in,
did you
in this
fucking
room?
say that there were like 3 locks on the door there?
This is a different
There's a building.
building. This is the taxidermy
So-
shop.
You're pulling a bird
Okay.
here.
Alright, yeah, I am pulling a bird.
You hear knocking at the front door,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear yelling, "Monsieur Wellington! It is the police!
Oh.
Monsieur Wellington!"
Is there a window in this room?
Why are the police just coming to see
We're on
Mr.
the-
Wellington?
We're on the second floor.
Maybe the police were watching.
Why did they do anything?
Want to go downstairs and like go out the back window?
This sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay, let's do that.
Well, they have the super locked door, so
Do we take the dream stuff?
Well,
Yeah,
then,
we'll take all the stuff, obviously.
if
The
they have a super locked
bottle,
door.
not the morphine bottle is empty, right?
I mean, do you really want a bunch of morphine?
Yeah, I don't want the
Yes.
morphine regardless.
The morphine bottle is empty.
Shit.
Hey, maybe there's
She doesn't
fingerprints
fit
on
through
it.
there, maybe.
They don't.
So what are the items that you take?
The diary, the receipt, the dream stuff, the fake scroll.
Please don't hurt my snake.
I don't know if we should take the diary,
Why not?
because that would give them, like, they'll read this and they'll be like, oh, it was the Duke guy, he did it, because it talks about him in the journal. He
Hmm.
did it, not those guys that we saw. There's no real reason to take it because we've read it, everything that's useful in it.
Somebody
We can always
write
just we can
the
just carve.
Duke.
Yeah, we'll carve Duke into the wood.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Ah, fuck, how do we do that? I was gonna say, like, put the Duke in the back of the book. It was the Duke.
In different handwriting.
No,
Well, I
see,
mean, he
what-
is trying to do it quickly.
what
so.
we'll do is we'll carve it crudely on the bed, the backboard of the bed.
Monsieur Wellington!
Alright, we leave.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Dream stuff. That's basically all we need.
You run through the back.
As well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys sprint through the back, out into an alleyway and into the night, as you hear the police still knocking at the door and probably getting ready to kick it in.
Okay, we're gone.
But there are locks on it, right?
Yeah,
We
but
locked the door.
you could break it with a strength check.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
That's a different building again.
That's a different building.
Oh, okay.
This is
What
the
the fuck?
taxidermy shop!
Why is the door super locked, though?
It's
Somebody
not!
else
Oh my
Somebody
God.
else mentioned this!
No one did.
It was KMS!
Mm.
You're pulling a
Oh.
bird, McNasty.
What the fuck is happening with these
You're probably
people?
right, but I at least have some kind of, like
Ha-
somebody
apricot?
fucking brought this up.
McNasty-
It wasn't me.
I'm pretty sure Arple mentioned the door at some point.
Yeah, okay. It was either Arple or KMS,
Well,
I swear to God it was
He
one of them.
also was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, it's not just me, fuck off.
Regardless.
Spreading. What
Get
the
back to
fuck?
Le Hotel. Get back to Le Hotel.
Le Hotel. When I'm-
Oh, you should point in. I should point out I was wrong again. The train does leave. Tomorrow morning,
Okay, we go back to the hotel.
Okay, so
and
yeah,
dream
these-
and the
stuff.
train is actually here.
Alright, that's bullshit.
It's
Alright, we go
waiting.
back to the hotel, take the dream stuff, and then... Yeah.
What do you mean you take the dream stuff?
We fucking sniff it, or inject... I don't know. How do we get into it? Do we...
You don't fucking know, idiot! Stop fucking yelling!
Okay, well you had syringe.
Oh my god, I really don't want to...
You gotta inject yourself with dream goo.
I'm not doing drugs, alright?
No, but it's okay because we're gonna have cool dreams.
No!
I'm gonna open the fake scroll first. Just see what's in there.
Okay. Writes down. In doing so, they have destroyed this useful item. It is blank.
Okay, cool. I close it up. We can wax
Well,
that open
nope,
later.
you can't. It's now broken.
Anyway, I'm gonna drink some of the drinking stuff.
Okay. You drink a little bit of it. You think, this tastes awful. And then you pass out.
There was this. Oh.
Oh, boy. Alright.
Are you fucking why?
I take a little bit, wash it down with some whiskey. Let's go.
Dick tips over and falls onto his back.
I thought we were in Switzerland, not Ibiza.
Did we fucking escape yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're at the
Okay,
hotel.
thank
At the
God.
hotel.
Because I'm
Fucking
just
chug.
so lost. I'm so
Chug, dude.
lost after that.
Come on,
Try to
guys.
do-
I'm
We
not
gotta take a sip.
chugging. I'm
Bro,
not
chug.
chug. I'm fucking shit. I'll chug. it.
Bottoms up.
How could this
Okay,
be?
Jimmy chugs it. He drinks all of it so no one else can come in.
No, come on, don't.
He takes
How
a
could this
sip.
be
Said he
any
chugged it.
worse than getting knocked on your ass by dream wine?
Damn.
He's
I
right.
don't want to drink. Hopefully it's not alcoholic. I don't want to sin. Holy shit! I've been logged out in RuneScape for like an hour.
Okay, I take the next sip.
Bronson takes a sip, and then Bronson's like, "Hoo!" And before he even finishes the who, he's collapsing.
What about Felix?
Felix is gonna find a place to sit down first and then take a sippy.
Okay.
What about Shanks?
I'm gonna keep an eye out on your fucking bodies.
No, I think it's a
I
good
like
idea.
you.
Shanks is just sitting there, like, wrapped like a mummy, like, these guys are fucking idiots.
Well, he says he's gonna watch our bodies.
Felix takes a sip now.
Yep,
Felix takes a sip and collapses. Do you have your rats?
I do have my rats.
Very good.
You gotta feed them too. You should have fed them before.
And then Jimmy drinks and passes out.
Oh, I drink last. Okay. No,
Well, I didn't know that you had already said it. Sorry.
you son of a bitch.
Okay. You awaken suddenly on the Orient Express
Damn it.
Again.
in your compartment. Just sort of standing up off of the floor. You are wearing the same clothes. You have swords instead of guns again. And Felix is holding both of his rats.
Are they alive?
No.
God damn it.
You'll hear it all.
Are they swords?
However, they are no longer taxidermied.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's fucked.
They
They
they stink.
Rats!
That
Rats!
is terrible.
These are rats!
That's awful.
Felix, there's something wrong with you, man.
There are several things wrong with me right now.
Hell yeah.
It's not the rats.
The rats are the least of his concerns.
Here's my
I got
menacing
rats
music.
and swords.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't.
Everything looks the same, except the light is off and the blinds are drawn. Harsh white light shines from around the edges of the blinds.
Alright, let's not look out there.
As you try to move the blinds, they do not move. It's like they're made of stone.
I said it wasn't. I said
okay.
let's not.
Well, you can't, so that's good.
Good.
Smash them.
You can also feel that the train is moving very slowly.
Okay, we
Can we
start.
see if we can find Henry?
I don't think
This
we're
is not the
gonna-
Dreamlands Express. This is very clearly the Orient Express.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a difference. I thought they were like the same.
No,
Yeah,
the
the
One's
Dreamlands.
a giant tentacle monster.
Yeah, the Dreamlands Express was a giant tentacle monster.
No, it wasn't. What are you talking about?
It. All right. Do you guys leave your compartments?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a scroll inside the compartment hidden there?
No.
Damn.
As you walk out, you can see the blinds are closed all along the corridor, and you can see all of the cabin doors are open except for one.
You can open it.
As you walk over to it, you can see the closed door has been nailed shut, and there is a powerful stench of decay from the other side.
No. No. I look at you right. No.
Let's look at the open ones first.
As you take a glance through all of the open compartments, there is nothing in any of them. They're just clean and bare.
Well, what about the front of the train?
At about this point, the train stops, and the door at the end of the carriage opens, and a brilliant, bright light streams in.
I go into one of the open rooms.
You are now in one of the open rooms.
Instead of the, hallway.
You are now there.
Does the light do anything?
No.
Goodness.
You alright?
They're all just standing in the hallway looking at you.
What about the back of the train?
Okay, you're right.
Heading to the back of the carriage, there is a carriage door that is closed.
Ooh,
Hmm.
there's something there.
Well, what do you open first?
We could go to the open thing.
What, the light?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of.
I mean, we're gonna get closer to it. If things start acting fucky, we're gonna walk away.
Sure.
What if it happens instantaneously? What if something bad?
Then we're fucked.
Or maybe only the person who goes up there is fucked.
Oh God, who wants to be the guinea pig?
No.
I read a book today. I don't want to.
I'll read a book. I'll read a motherfucking book.
Felix is gonna go out the light door.
Well,
Yeah,
get
sure.
near it.
Get near it? Okay, you
Yeah.
get near it, and now you're closer to it.
Okay, open the door.
The door's open.
Get on the floor.
I walk the dinosaur.
Wait, are you going up to the door that's open with the light, or...?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fine.
So you walk through?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Stepping out of the train, you find yourself in a wasteland. The harsh light fills the sky and comes from no identifiable source. All around you extends a limitless plain the color of ash. The air smells bitter and metallic, and the only sound is your own breathing. Freestanding about 30 yards from the train is a door. The door seems strangely familiar, but you can't quite place it.
Like, come over there.
I,
and look.
I go back into the other side and say it's all clear. It's just the inside of Dick's head.
Hey.
Well, let's not open that door then.
I look at that door. Can I look at that door and say, "Hey, I know that somewhere," and by that I mean roll something?
No.
Fuck.
Does it have 3 locks on it?
No.
How many locks does it have?
It has no locks.
What's the general appearance? What's the design?
It's like a regular door.
Mm.
Made of wood.
Is it
It's
made
made-
out of wood?
Yes.
What kind of wood?
Oak.
That's fucking
Yes.
ugly. They could have at least used some other wood.
Pine.
Oh.
Ugh. What the fuck?
Does it have a knob or a handle?
I'm not going to continue to answer these questions.
Is it wax or linseed
Is it
oil?
push or pull?
What is it? A glossy finish or like a matte finish?
Oh, the rats come back. They eat you all.
No!
That was a rat finish.
So it was a rat finish. Yes, yes.
God damn.
You understand.
This is the long con. You already knew what was gonna happen. You're setting up the joke. So who wants to?
Felix wipes his tears with one of the rats.
First, Felix.
The skin peels off a little bit.
Some of their juices.
So there's that door. There's the door that was what's right?
Smelly.
Yes.
And there was a locked door or closed door.
Yes.
I feel so. We should check the doors in our train.
Alright, let's go open that closed door.
You go up to the closed door at the back of the carriage.
Yeah, I guess.
Locked.
Alright, cool.
Felix.
There is no lock.
What?
Oh. Oh, never mind then. We tried. I guess we should go try the door outside. That's wood and pine.
Okay. You exit.
Who wants to touch it?
You guys exit and head out into this wasteland towards the door.
Mhm.
Okay. The door stands before you.
I touch it.
Is he touching it?
Feels like a door.
Okay, who wants to go the next step?
I'll turn it while he's holding onto it.
Alright, you turn the knob.
Who wants to push?
Who wants to pull?
I'd push it up with my leg.
The door opens. into the back room of the Wellington's taxidermy shop.
Hey.
Does it look real?
Well,
Is the power on? Is everything like?
it seems pretty familiar, but the electric lights that you saw before have been replaced with torches burning on the walls.
Oh, I get it. I don't like this. It's dumb.
Are the animals different?
This is into the back room. You can't tell yet.
Okay. Let's go in.
Oh yeah.
Alright. You guys enter. You can see off to the side on the table in the workroom that you're now entering, there is a gutted deer on the table. It is a reeking mess.
Stinky.
He's in the process of doing it. Let's keep going. I like that.
Okay.
It's gross.
You open the door and enter into the showroom, which is the same. The animals appear to be the same, but they have been so crudely preserved that many of them are decaying.
Oh,
Goodness.
terrible.
You can also see that the front door stands open with evidence that it has been forced recently.
How's upstairs? How are the stairs looking?
Well, there's also a room to his study and to a storeroom, and then there's upstairs. You can...
Oh, okay. Then let's look at the study.
Okay. The study is in disarray. The writing implements are vellum and quills, but are scattered across the room. The chair is overturned, and it appears that a struggle has taken place here.
Storage room.
Okay. Entering into the storeroom, you find that it stinks of rotting meat. There is a badly stuffed bear in the corner that is a festering horror.
That's terrible. I hate it.
Outside, you begin to hear a bell beginning to toll.
Okay. That's fine. Then we clear the first floor. Let's go upstairs.
Okay.
Can we close the front door? I don't know. I mean, I guess because it's broken open.
It is broken, so be difficult.
Alright, just upstairs.
Okay. You go upstairs. You can see all three of the upper room doors are closed. Make a spot hidden.
Nope.
I'm gonna try.
77.
I got a 63. That's a pass.
These doors have neither hinges nor gaps.
Fake doors.
Come down to the fake door and pour.
These
Won't
aren't real
open.
fake doors.
Won't
These are
open.
fake doors.
Won't open. Won't open.
I press my ear against the door.
It won't open.
Oh shit!
What the heck?
The best way to get people to open up to you is to listen to them.
Oh, fuck you.
Damn.
That was pretty good.
What if we knocked on them?
It sounds solid. Doesn't sound like...
God damn it, this is a fake door emporium.
I guess we should have checked in this. Did we see anything in the study room, or is it just? Did we see anything in the study room that was like apparent? Or...
That looked what?
I don't know. Was there anything there
I mean,
that like looked interesting?
Not really. Other than like just it was in like a total state of disaster.
So the upstairs is completely black. Wanna look out? Wanna go outside?
Yeah.
Let's look if there's anyone else here.
Yeah, let's go outside.
Okay. You enter out into the streets. Out in the street, everything seems familiar, yet undeniably different. It is like a gothic nightmare of the Lausanne you left. There are people in the streets, many of them, all moving in the same direction, wearing medieval clothing, and streaming uphill towards the cathedral in the direction of the bell. The sky has a rich purple tint, like a permanent dusk.
Well, I guess something's going on over there. Let's go to the cathedral.
You start heading towards the cathedral?
Yes.
Okay. As you begin to walk along, the first thing that you come across is a gaping fissure splitting the middle of an empty street. From the fissure, an icy wind blasts outward, moaning down the street. You find you cannot go up this street as the wind is so strong.
Oh? Is there any... Oh. Should we go up the street?
There are other ways to go, but...
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go another way.
You start winding your way around, and as you find your way onto another street, you see a group of grotesquely clothed people passing, masked and cowled, costumed as Death, an angel, a medieval soldier, a lion, a Turk, an assassin, and a young boy and girl. They are flagellants, flagellating themselves, who wind in procession through the chaos, weeping tears of blood from startling, expressionless china blue eyes. They chant in Latin as they move, and the reek of incense and a distant cacophony of bells follows them.
Guys, it's Super Halloween.
Oh! I can't believe I missed that one.
As the bells reach a crescendo, the lion figure sprouts wings and flies away, closely pursued by the soldier.
I was wrong.
Their bloody,
It is Bloodborne. What
their
the
bloody,
fuck?
their bloody tears fall like rain, and as some of the droplets hit your skin, they scald.
This is,
Oh no.
it's Ultra Halloween.
This is super hell.
I'm kind of prepared for this.
Someone
Oh,
play
we
Bloody
come back.
Tears.
Sorry, I only know Wonderwall.
What are you, bird?
Get hold of this fucking guy. Joke.
Thanks.
Boy,
Keep going.
You keep going, turning down another street, and this street you find is strewn with flowers and bulbs, which give off clear, sweet smells. They are garlic plants. And you notice, curiously as you walk along, that there are no shadows on this street.
Oh,
Bronson, I want to go home.
sorry, dude. But we have to see this through. Don't be such a baby.
Right.
You round another corner, and here, as you start walking up, you see an old woman at the corner, stirring a huge black cauldron. And she turns to you and says, "Oh, please, come, have some dinner."
No, thank you.
Do you have a scroll?
She holds
What?
up the spoon and you can see this in this massive ladle. You see skinned, writhing human limbs, and she says, "Please join me for dinner."
Sorry, I'm hungry.
I just ate.
That's not quite what we were looking for. Sorry.
We're very full. Thank
We're
you.
more into animal limbs.
Let's keep. No, Uriah, that's pretty bad.
Now,
You're not Uriah, you fucking dork.
I'm not into animal limbs.
Can we keep walking? I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh, you. Oh, okay.
Never had chicken thighs
You were
before
talking.
me? I mean Bronson.
Hell yeah.
I still am.
That's an animal limb.
Hell yeah.
You guys keep walking. And now in this next one, where there are more people walking by, you can see a street magician putting on a show.
You mean a mime?
Is it a wholesome show?
No, a street magician.
Oh, okay.
He displays an empty hat. He inserts his right arm, and then pulls the hat away, and his right arm is gone. He inserts his left arm, and pulls it away, and it is gone. He puts his right leg in, and then his left leg,
Fuck up.
and he pulls away, and they're both gone. And collapsing to the ground, cackling, he asks, "Please, won't someone retrieve my limbs from the hat?"
It looks like you could use a hand.
Everyone keeps walking by him without looking at him as he just cackles on the ground.
Guys, he needs to put his hat on.
Put it on him?
He needs his hat.
I don't know. That's good. I think it's bad.
I think that'll kill him.
You take the hat?
I go put his hat on.
On
Okay.
you or on him?
On him.
Okay. You watch as he vanishes into the hat.
I think we should take
And the hat drops, rolls on the ground, and then vanishes itself.
God damn it.
Fucking god.
Oh.
So
And you just
what
sort
I'm
of hear
gath-
the laughter of the magician carrying down the street.
So what I'm gathering is he's a Cheshire hat.
Oh.
I don't want to don't respond to him.
I get it.
Guys, did I kill him?
Now you're fine.
No, you did good, boy. You did good.
Thanks. Keep walking.
Okay.
As you round another corner, you find yourself at a strangely quiet intersection. But you can see a gigantic chessboard has been set into the cobblestones, and at either side of the board stands a motionless statue, one black, one white. They are humanoid, yet featureless and androgynous. On the board, people occupy the position of chess pieces. Each person carries a knife. These pieces begin to move as if a normal chess game was taking place. As
I
one
don't want
piece
to play wizard's chess.
as one piece
Wizard's
takes
chess.
another, the victor cuts the throat of the loser.
Yeah, I don't want to play wizard chess.
Play speeds to inhuman quickness. Soon the board is littered with corpses. The black player triumphing over the white. After the final move, which grants the black player victory, the white player cracks noisily and falls to pieces, and the black player statue gratingly turns its head to regard you.
I clap.
Howdy.
Yeah.
It just stares.
Alright, let's leave.
We have to retrieve the sorcerer's stone, guys. Come on.
Good job on the victory.
As you pass through another deserted square, another statue stands. It is very large, and made of wire, with what appears to be rags hanging from it. As you get closer, you notice that the wire has been crazily woven into a human shape, and that the rags are scraps of flesh snagged on cruel barbs and hooks. From the head emerges the sweetest sound you have ever heard. It is like an angel singing, a voice of perfect clarity.
That sounds like a sanity check.
It is.
Everything else is just funny, but this shit right here.
Oh, I
Hell
rolled.
yeah.
Nope.
Good question. Yeah, I'm good.
Success.
Everybody takes 1 point.
Even me?
I rolled a 1 on the d4. As you leave the square, you find that tears have sort of come to your eyes unbidden, and you wipe them away like,
I'm not crying.
Ridiculous guy.
Fuck you.
It's okay, Nick, I'm crying too.
What a terrible day for rain.
It was raining outside. Not dream.
The human stream follows the tolling bell to the town center, eventually filling the plaza. And you arrive at the town center where the cathedral stands. In the center is a large platform upon which stand 3 figures. A bronze statue that you recognize is identical to that handless statue that you saw at the cathedral. A hooded, robed figure, and Edgar Wellington,
Hey.
his hands bound in chains.
Oh.
The hooded figure raises its arms, and the crowd falls silent. The figure then speaks in a familiar voice.
Bronson! No!
Really good use out of that.
That was a good timing on that.
It had.
You see, that's how you do it, Ronick, you piece of shit.
Gondola.
He says, "Before us stands a man accused of grievous crimes. His criminal conduct in withholding what is due to us renders him our enemy, and hence he must stand trial before us." At this point, the figure casts back his hood and stands revealed as the Duke.
Wow, one over that.
As Prince and Protector of this realm, I appoint myself the judicial representative of the people of Lausanne, and will see that this rogue gets his just deserts. At this point, the crowd goes wild, cheering the Prince and cursing Wellington. Is anyone willing to take the part of the criminal in these proceedings? Who dares represent this damned man?
Hey, wait a minute. Hey.
I rib Dick.
There is a deathly silence throughout the square.
Alright. Before I do this is for law, right? Don't fucking kill me.
You got this, my man.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. A
Are we
challenge.
really gonna do a procedural?
Yes.
We're doing it, boys.
There's gonna be several procedure rolls.
Hey, wait, I went to law school. I stay really loudly.
Did they respond?
Wait, so he says something?
Yeah.
The Duke
should I-
turns to you
Oh, shit.
and says, "Approach the stage."
Alright, can we do this next week? I'm tired.
Yeah, I am actually emotionally drained on a deep level.
No, I mean, I was gonna stop it here anyways,
Alright,
because
I
this is
approach
gonna be
it.
like a whole thing.
Fucking cliffhangers, boys.
And as you approach the stage, and the Prince smiles at the Duke who is the Prince, smiles at you with a knowing glare. We'll pick up the great trial of Dick Paradigm, the true test of 75 law, tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Why did I say tomorrow? Next week.
On
Sorry.
Dragon Ball Z.
I'm also brain drained.
Wait, I gotta be his Maya. I gotta be sticking with him.
Hell yeah.
Nick,
Bronson runs up too.
Nick,
Yes.
I expect you to bring a soundboard for the Law and Order sound next week.
Dun dun.
Also, we gotta get objection up in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing up.
This shit's wacky.
Next time, there will be a trial to determine the fate of a man who is dead in the real world.
Deadly trial, boys.
So
I know.
I think I figured out the goal of this campaign, and it's to catch those hands.
It's to catch those hands.
I gotta catch those hands.
I'm putting a stop to this square
I'm
button.
liking what you did with Shanks there.